Welcome, everyone, to tonight's episode of Ætherealms Fortune's Favor here on Lakeside Legendz. It's a special evening. We'll get to that in just a moment. But first, let's do our announcements. And I'm going to mix things up by calling on a dog to bark. There we go. And we'll go to Lore, talk about Lakeside Legendz.
Hi, so you're at Lakeside Legendz, where we tell fantasy stories as a community. And tonight we're doing it through Dungeons and Dragons, TTRPG, fun stuff, homebrew, all that fun, finagling, fighting, awesome RP stuff. You can find all of our VODs on YouTube or on our website, where we've got the Misfits campaign is completed. That's all done. And also everything that we've done here in the past. And there's also our social media. Follow us on there for fun stuff, especially TikTok, where you can do duets and things. And our Discord is open. So if you want to hang out with us and talk about nerdy stuff and share memes, that's where you can go. Yeah.
Awesome.
And oh my gosh, my dogs are like dying.
I know. Well, you're up.
Hi. Well, first, I'll say Geek Grind Coffee. If you use the promo code ICONIC, you will get 20% off of your order, and you help our stream. So, order that, and you get good coffee, or tea, or mugs. Ooh. And they have awesome artwork, shirts, mugs. They have crates for gifts. Great company. So, geekgrindcoffee.com, and the promo code of ICONIC, 20% off. And guess what, everybody? It is our 1-year anniversary. I did a really quick little thing, and I switched it over, so now it says "Happy Anniversary." So it'll pop up a thing. I switched.
Oh, there it is.
Yay! Okay, I threw that together like right before we did this. But yes, we have been streaming this show for 1 year. So we decided, or I guess I decided, I'm the one that threw it out there, that a toast. So Fortune Favor began 1 year. It has been a crazy ride so far. So like I said, last week, toasts, I said, so this is a toast that we're going to have. We started out with less. We have grown to so much more. Life is meant for fun times. It's meant for good friends, and it's meant for great adventures. Because no adventure is too long when you have great companions, and you all are great companions. So raise your glass, stein, mug, whatever you got. I think we're all a little bit different here. To the adventures we have had so far, to the adventures we are currently experiencing, and to all the adventures yet to come. Here's to you guys. I've had a lot of fun.
Happy
Happy 1 year! Woohoo!
Yay!
Yay!
And I think we decided we're going to do a 1 year when we've been on Lakeside Legendz too. So
yeah, we have a couple anniversaries.
Yeah, that's in July, I believe. Right?
Are we going to shoot down at a lake? Field trip?
That'd be awesome. Field trip.
That would be a mean field trip somewhere in the middle for all of us.
Imagine. That's why you just come to us. We're kind of in the middle. Hey, yeah. Kind of.
But we don't have any real lakes. We need a lake.
We need a lake.
The lakeside.
We have the Mississippi
Either that or
River.
for the next month, you need to dig.
Yes.
No, you just need to come up to me and we'll all go to Tahoe. We'll be fine.
No,
there you go.
Tahoe. All right, and I am also the lucky person that gets to do the recap this week.
Nice.
And my notes are terrible. So bear with me, everybody. All right. Okay, so last week's session started off after a pretty bad failure on Belmy, Lexi, and Cedric's part of talking to this professor. Yeah, basically it was a train wreck. But in a...
Too soon.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, that is too soon, is it? No train wreck. Okay, shh. So kind of like in a Hail Mary, please, oh my goodness, to the professor, he gave us another chance, and that is where we started last week, where we met him with the entire group, and we get in the office, and Lexi just decides that honesty is the best policy, because I could tell we weren't quite getting it right again a little bit, and then I overheard Cedric and Bellamy saying, like, we should probably just say the truth, and I kind of was in agreement, so I kind of just let it loose on the professor and gave him my wild and crazy story. And we went from there, kind of had some talking back and forth. There was a map on the wall, I remember, that Lorna and I think Cattell, finally a joiner, that they found interesting, that they were talking about. There was talk of titans that were asleep in the swampy area that we're needing to go to that we're soon to find this item that I need to get and take to the Ashen Lady. So we were trying to get more information on the titans. Didn't get much, except that it's like a mystery type thing. We don't know if they're truly there. I'm totally butchering this, but that's okay. This is how Lexi took it in. But, so we have the thing with, the titans, we need to go. He gave us a person that's a contact out a few days out into this swamp. Does the swamp have a name, by the way?
The swamp.
Okay, the swamp. You know how sometimes they have
Let's call it the Swamp of Oblivion.
the Swamp of Oblivion. There you go.
But that's on the when you get on the way outskirts of it.
Okay.
ROTSs.
Yeah, exactly. But the name of the guy that was the sole survivor of a previous attempt to get out there was Benny. Is it Benny? Benny. Okay. And that is who we need to go to. So we are in preparation of getting the stuff that we need to go ahead and trek out into the swamp. Hopefully I didn't miss too much. Did I do bad? Did I forget anything that's pivotal?
Not pivotal to plot, but pivotal to character development. Cattell and Dodger had an interesting
that's right.
conversation while being out scouting for places to do Bellamy's ritual.
Oh god, the ritual! That's right, we gotta do a ritual before we leave.
There you go. Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, there's a ritual that we need to do. Cattell and Dodger went all around town one night to find a big open place within the city walls, because it has to be within the city walls per Bellamy. And it's could be dangerous because he's had one that happened before that went bad and people died. So we're trying to make sure that it happens in an area that's like probably at night, not a lot of people around, hopefully all sleeping away. So yeah, I totally forgot about the ritual that we gotta do. Whew,
Yep.
I've slept since then.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
And Lexi and Lorna finished or got 90% done, 80 to 90% done the training dummy.
Oh no,
Cattell.
we're not 80-90% done. We're about 10% according to Lexi.
I'm done.
Lorna's done.
I can
Don't
have
just
this thing
think
doing
that
all
it's-
kinds of great things.
Yeah.
In Lorna's opinion, it's good. The only thing that could make it better is if it was on wheels in case we have to move it somewhere. So we're good.
That's not a
Gotta put some
problem.
casters on it and we're good.
That's not a problem.
And Lorna taught Bellamy
Bellamy.
a little bit of sword
sword
fighting.
play, that's
Just
right.
A little bit of sword play.
Yep.
She tried to teach Cedric why it's useful, but he didn't get it.
Cedric doesn't understand. He only remembers killing.
I'm in
But-
danger.
But,
I'm in
so-
danger.
But yep,
Huh.
that's.
And we had some fun silliness, and
We did.
Yeah.
It was a very fun.
and then
session.
when everybody for the most part went to sleep, we have Cedric, who turned into his smoke form, asking Lorna to keep watch for how long he's gone. So she set an alarm spell so that she can sleep, to go off in her head if anything comes back into the room or comes into the room, period.
There you go. And that's
Yeah.
how we ended last session. Everyone alive and healthy, and they're going to stay that way.
Sure.
Well, let's see where tonight takes
Oh,
us.
and
then.
by the way, everyone, we still don't have Win back, in case you're curious. I'm just throwing that out there.
She's
And
like,
we may
dig,
never.
We're not
dig,
bitter
dig.
at all. We're not bitter.
If you want to catch what Wynn's up to, we do another stream on Thursday nights called Wynn's Battle Army, and she's gathered these.
That's fair. That's
yeah.
fair. That
Okay.
would be fair.
Now I want it.
I feel like we need to do a one shot now where it's just Win and us playing a bunch of other creatures like her.
Yeah, just a little fairy army.
Oh my
Mhm.
gosh, we could do the very big problem or whatever, but Wynn's one of the characters.
Yes, I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Oh,
Oh,
We'll
that'd be
make
boy.
plans, guys. We'll make plans.
Anyway.
Absolutely. Okay, back to you.
All right. Well, let's find out what's going to happen here tonight with this E Needs Adventures. Before we do that, let's get into character.
They
I wanna-
also
I
are
wanna get into
celebrating the guy who chased.
We were just debating some of today's current events, and
We love our holidays.
Yeah. All right.
all right,
Rabbit hole.
Yeah,
Go.
as always.
just dig up straight. Don't take that left at Albuquerque. Okay, so when we had left off, everybody had retired. Lorna had cast an alarm spell to alert when Cedric reappeared. And I believe that is all the events. I think everybody else kind of was crashing at that point. We'll say yes. Okay.
But yeah,
So
Catal
Cedric-
went to the bedroom with nobody in it.
She kicked us.
That's right.
No, you were
Well,
snoring. So
Oh, I
laughed.
was
Yeah,
snoring.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were just.
I
out of
can't
control.
remember. I can't remember. Did you go into the room where
That's- I think it
Belmy
was-
usually goes?
No, I
or
think it was
my room?
I think it was yours. So, but you're not there currently. I
Yeah,
don't
he
remember
climbs
what
out the
you did.
window and
Yeah,
sleeps on the
yeah.
street or something.
So
I
she
mean, that's what I
thinks-
usually do. He did spend like 2 hours about like perching in the windowsill with blanket because he's learned, and staring at the box of paints that he left on the bed where Cedric usually sits, and then and then comes back.
Yeah. So Cedric stayed with the girls in the room we had all crafted and done our thing in.
Correct.
Catal was gonna stay there and sleep, but Lexi started snoring, so she went to the quietest room that was next to them.
Yeah, you're an
and-
amazing inventor, and you can't figure out a way to.
Create a CPAP.
Right.
So Catal would have just put a robe over herself, and it wouldn't have gotten dressed or anything, and she would have just conked out on whichever bed she
I was
could
just
get
ready
to.
for Cattell to say, and Lord, Cattell gets this and puts something over Lexi's head to muffle her snoring. Shh.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
And then she quit making noise. I don't know. At some
Don't
point
know
she
how it
passed away,
happens.
but
Sounded
at least she
really
wasn't
klutzy.
snoring. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Roll up a new
But it-
character.
Anyway, so Catel's sleeping.
All right, Cedric. When do you pop back?
In 4 hours.
So in 4 hours. Ring a ding ding.
Voila, I appear.
Sit
No,
bolt upright.
Yeah,
I
so
don't know
I
if
don't know how
have
this
a-
happens.
I don't know if I have like a
Oh,
there you go. There's your
not
alarm.
that. Not that. Please don't make it that.
Wait, what is that supposed to be?
The alarm in my head.
That's-
It's supposed to just be a tinging of a bell. That's what it's supposed to be, based off of you use a bell as part of your components.
Like,
That was a
oh
bell.
man, if only I had my cat's collar over here.
No.
He has a bell on his collar.
Terrible.
You know what,
All
guys?
right.
It's silent in my head, so no one else can hear it. So I'm good. We're good. We're good. We're good.
It's just a little gling, 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 gling.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's wind chimes.
Tinkle, ting, 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 ting.
It's a harp.
Yes, sir, your
What
grandfather
happened
coughed
to
his
the
ball.
what happened to the bell that was like where I was?
It's still sitting right where you were. You poofed from basically, I imagine, right like at the end of her bed where she's laying. So she would have set it right where you left.
So as I reappear, am I like, is it inside me or
Yes.
it is? That's
No.
unfortunate. Okay.
No, it's
That's the whole new meaning of spell components being consumed. Oh my god.
Subsumed. There's no need to
So
be
he just,
gross,
like,
people.
sits-
Cedric doesn't
he
have
just,
any
like-
orifices at all. So
He just sits on it.
So glad I know that you have no orifices now.
so
Moving south really fast.
Like-
I like to think Cedric is just one big orifice.
I think we should like
Oh,
I
I'm
don't know,
saying
move
orifice?
on. I'm
everyone, welcome to Taiki's Fortune After Dark. We've been
Inside
waiting
about.
1
That's
year
like,
to
like a
fucking-
mouth.
excuse me, to rip open the doors and unleash ourselves.
Oh
upon
my
all
gosh.
of-
Oh god, stop.
It took us a year to
weirder and
degenerate to this.
weirder. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
it's like
It's
one
not
of those
even wrong. It's
monsters.
just weird.
no, yeah. There's nothing gross about it. It's just awkward.
So am I like what happened? Like physically, what happened as he was reappearing? Did like his presence like crush it?
Yeah,
Or
I'd probably just like knock it over, and it's just kind of sitting.
I'm
in the
like, I
bed. But
hope you don't crush it. I kind of
No,
need
no,
it.
it wouldn't
Like
crush
just
it. It would
sitting
just
on
kinda,
a pencil.
Right. Yeah, it's like if you sat on something on a bed, it's not gonna.
Well, he's
destroy it,
not
it just
sitting.
pushes
Like
it.
he stood up to disappear, didn't he?
okay. No, he was sitting on the bed.
She didn't put it on her bed. She put it on the floor,
Oh, well, then
basically
you
right
never
where
hear
his
it, yeah.
foot would have.
Okay, where his foot-
No,
where his
it's
feet are.
like right where his feet would have been.
Oh,
Right, so you just kind of knocked it over.
okay. So
You're not
I guess-
crushing her stuff.
we're gonna have to do some more experiments because I'm trying to figure out what happens if there's like an object where he was.
If
When he
something-
Did
it
she
would-
reappears.
put a stick there?
whatever is in the space that you occupy, it would shunt it out of that space.
What if someone moved a boulder?
I
Into
think
where
it's
he
the
was.
lighter of the two objects. You would
You'd
either get
appear on
shunted
top
or
of
Yeah,
it?
you would
Yeah.
be shunted.
Then you would be
Yeah.
shifted.
It-
Okay.
it's like using teleport and you teleport into a mountain. You're shunted out or teleport into a wall.
Okay.
There's going to
Or
be
at
some
least
way to
that's-
create some kind of high-powered cannon.
You're not going to weaponize this. It's not going to happen.
Like a rail gun.
Come
Just
on,
shot
peasant
out of there.
cannon! Let's do a peasant cannon!
Wow.
All right.
We're starting off with
Horned-
a bang.
Yeah. I'm gonna
sleeping.
just sit up, and once I realize it's Cedric, just look at him expectantly, probably a little blurry-eyed for a moment. Once the adrenaline of the moment of somebody's here. Oh, okay, it's you.
He looks around and sees you and says, how long did this take?
I assume I would know if it goes off, but I don't. I know it's an 8-hour spell, and I would know how much is left of this spell.
Oh, and then
Correct?
if you would know how much time is left out there.
I just
About
assume I
4
would
hours.
since it's an 8-hour spell.
Yeah.
There's nothing to say that I can. She looks out at the sky esque.
She gets her sundial out.
Right.
It's night.
At
Go to your-
nighttime.
go to your water clock, and it's been about 4 hours.
Okay.
We went
Oh.
to
There's a
bed
clock on
late.
the wall. There's a clock.
Yeah,
on
we
the
did.
wall.
Yeah, so
About 4 hours, I think. You all right?
Yes. But the more that I do this, the more I can see when I am where I go.
And where exactly did you go this time?
I don't know. I think it is not on this plane.
Well, I guess that's sort of helpful to know if we're trying to get a hold of you and we can't.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. You
Um,
may go
gonna-
to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah. She, does my alarm, even though once it goes off,
It's
Just so-
extended.
is it expended? All right. She'll go back to sleep with Cedric sitting at the foot of her
Yeah,
bed.
Cedric will
like
just
that.
Cedric will just watch her for a sec.
She kind of does that, like, and then pulls the blanket over her head.
Cedric nods, writes something down in his notebook, and then leaves out through the door.
Bell goes off again.
All right. It is early morning. I mean, it was a late night prior, so 4 hours later is early morning.
Hmm.
I don't know what Cedric plans to do. Everybody else is snoozing because they were up late.
Cedric's going to look at everyone sleeping for a bit, and then he's going to go down step and see if there are people to look at in the main room.
Where's Dodger? Where did he end up crashing? In the window or outside?
Probably just outside the window. He probably like grabbed the blankets and nodded off in the windowsill, just waiting for Cedric to show up, and then fell out the window. And is just crumpled on the ground with blanket over him, just conked.
Roll percentiles for me, please.
But why?
See how many
What
bones
did
you
I
break.
do?
how many bones you break?
What did I do?
He who steals from you in your sleep.
37.
37 broken bones.
My hand!
Okay. Cedric, you go into the common room there, and the innkeeper's up again, getting breakfast ready. But there's no patrons, and as far as you can tell, you're the only residents at this particular inn as well.
Okay. So he's gonna try to be a little bit more conversational this morning, and he's going to go try and talk to the person who's making breakfast.
All right, she sees your approach and is like, "Oh, can I get you something?"
No. But good morning.
Good morning. She seems to respond a little bit wary.
Have you lived here a while?
That's my adult life, yes.
And do you like it?
I can't complain.
It
That's
is
two roofs over my head. How many people can say that?
well, probably just you. Where can I find plants?
What do you mean plants?
Like weeds that look like this, or maybe this, and it'll show him a couple of plants, or her a couple of plants.
You can check one of the apothecary shops here in town. Otherwise, I mean, if you go out to the swamplands, sure you'll find weeds all over the place.
Are
In
there
the
any?
city, outside of just ferns and things like that, there's not much.
Are there any gardens that are open to be harvested from?
There's the parks and such, and they've got plants, but they frown upon people taking things from them.
I will go take a look. Thank you. I hope you have a lovely morning. Also, can you give this to any one of my companions if they are looking for me?
Give her.
And he gives her a piece of paper.
With words on it, or just
Yeah, yeah. He gives her just like a piece of lint.
It's like a stick figure
Give
picking a
this to my
flower.
companions. Put it in one of their ears. No. Yes, there are words on it that basically say, "I'm going to the parks to go pick flowers" or something like that.
okay. So, the largest park which is a bit larger than what you would say a city block here in this town, is over by the council house. You noted it
That one?
when you were this one,
That one.
that dark spot there is a large park.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna go over there.
Okay. The rest of you wake up at different points. Yeah, you do. Tonight's episode
Patel is
the sleeping
comfortably
episode.
wrapped in her blankets and pillows. She's like piled on top of her and around her. She's just taking everything and she's just smush.
Just one toe sticking out. Of the bundle.
She doesn't know what time it is. She doesn't know where anybody is.
Dodger, you would probably first one up. I would say just because you're being out there, and you would hear people walk, and that would kind of jar you awake. Anyway,
I mean, if anyone touched me, I would have been awake
the
too.
cat touched you.
Oh, that's right. Your cat companion now.
Oi, so fluffers. I appreciate the lovin's and the scritches, but it's bright outside. I'd rather go inside. I will bring you food because you're too damn cute. And I will get up, check all of my stuff like I normally do when in a city, and head inside.
Everything's where you left it. All right,
Okay.
back inside.
Is Cattell still sleeping?
You might not even know she's there. She's just a big pile of blankets and pillows.
Yeah, you just see it's like somebody just messed the bed up. That's what it looks like.
Well, knowing that I was rooming with Cedric, and Cedric doesn't touch the sheets other than to have a seat impression on them, I'm gonna just toss my blanket over Cattell and head downstairs.
All right, the toe is no longer exposed. All right, you head down. There is the smell of a breakfast cooking. There's two older gentlemen that you've seen in there before that just kind of come in there and play cards and such. They're sitting there with some breakfast and playing cards. Otherwise, it's empty.
I'm gonna go to the innkeep and excuse me, can I get some breakfast started? Am I the first one out of all of us down there? Or down there in the tap room, down the one step?
Down the step, yeah.
The step
She-
one.
She turns, looks at you. You see she's got like a smudge of flour on her face and such. And she's, oh, let me get you something set up. You just sit wherever you like. Oh, and up on the counter there's a note from your friend.
Lovely, great. Yeah, I'll go grab that, and thank you for getting me started with some breakfast. My companions will be down shortly, and his hair just gets a little bit brighter. His ears start to go a little red as he goes and grabs the note, sits down, opens it up, and pretends to read.
It says,
He
read.
can't
He
read.
can't read.
Can't read.
says
I was going to ask because Lorna's usually is one of the first up also. But she did get woken up midway through the night. So I don't know how much of that.
Oh yeah, you're getting
Cut
up
into
there.
her.
I was just, yeah, you're probably getting up and kind of prepping your stuff as Dodger's just sitting down. That's about, I would
Okay.
figure. You're all kind of stirring and whatnot. It's just he was outside in that cat.
Yeah.
And when Lorna starts stirring, yeah, I was gonna say Lexi starts
Lexi
stirring,
sleeps like a
yeah, I was like, yeah,
log.
that's not gonna. That's up to her. So yeah, you get up and get your things in order.
I'll just
Head down.
Yeah, I'll go downstairs. I know usually Belmy's doing his thing, and Laura Cattell is usually kind of sleeping in her. I don't know.
She's
like
usually up, and
if she's not up,
early.
she's then. But the few times she hasn't
I
been
don't
up,
know,
she's
the-
there's been a few times she's needed the sleep, and so it's taken. So
Yesterday
just
morning,
gonna-
remember the half like
Yeah.
coming out of the
well, that
hall?
was because she didn't sleep for like
Right.
a couple of days.
but
But you don't see her, but that's not alarming. Because
Yeah,
you can
it's-
see where she's
at least not yet. It's just go downstairs.
Well, and you were there. You saw her grab the robe and go to the next. You knew she was going to the next.
Yeah.
room, so at least you know that much.
I'm just, it's more of a thing of, I know generally speaking, most people, like some people like the quieter morning, and Lexi's snoring really loud. So I'm going to leave the room. Love you,
And
Lexi.
she's saying and spouting mathematical equations.
Yeah, that's probably what woke me up. The confusion of what are you trying to ask me? Oh, okay. You're not talking to me.
For a while there, you thought that she was just hungry all the time. She kept yelling pie.
Anyway,
I
I
suppose we'll see
go.
sweaters
I go out into the common room, down that one glorious step.
All right, so you make that step. It's a doozy, but you make it. And when you get down, Dodger is there, sitting there at the. It looks to be reading a piece of paper. He just as you're kind of coming in, the innkeep, she's coming by. She's putting a plate down and a pitcher and such there for him, and looks at you, and she kind of smiles and nods to you in a way that says she's going to get you something too, and then leaves you to your conversation.
I'm assuming your passive perception is probably fairly decent. You will notice he's reading it upside down.
I have no idea what my passive perception is, but sure.
Something tells me it's like a 15, I
I
think.
don't even know
wait,
what to
I
look.
got it right here. Hold on.
I don't. I think you're the only one who knows that. I don't actually know it because we don't have our passives on here.
It's
Normally,
usually
over on my
your
side.
10 plus
It's
your
just your-
perception modifier is usually what it is.
It's 15. No. Yeah, it's 15.
15 because of proficiency also. Huh?
Very perceptive she is.
Just sit down, pour myself a mug of, I don't know. I'm hoping there's tea. And
She had a pitcher of water there, but
okay,
if you want tea, she can get you.
yeah, glass of water. Just start sipping on it, watching Dodger.
Morning. This will probably suit you better. I'll
She
hand
turns it
over.
around and then sets it on the table and starts trying to teach him letters without really reading the message at first, and then goes, oh wait, crud, I should probably read this. Right now.
At least it's written in Terran on this side.
Right.
So at least it's a
Yeah.
language you know.
Now I know before that was more of an A, but now it's actually a T in this language. Sorry. We made him. I'll just hang on. And so she'll read it
Okay.
and then tell him what it says. And then go back to pointing out words for him.
So yeah, you get to see like what a couple of like those symbols, what they represent. That symbol represents park, and that represents out.
There you go. Anyway,
It says, "Hello, dear companion. I'm going to see if I can find any herbs in this park. I talked to the lady and she was nice."
apparently he's gonna go find herbs in a park, and the lady was nice who he spoke to.
Oh, all right.
That one right there. That's lady. In case you're wondering.
Oh.
And she'll point out intentionally like the words that maybe Dodger might need to recognize somewhere. Like,
Fair
yeah.
enough. Like companion, bit much.
Eh,
But lady, we got that. We got that.
herbs,
Cedric, probably a good one to know.
yeah, things like that. So, and that's
Wait,
unless there's
so that's herbs, but isn't it herb? Because isn't that an H? Or is that a B?
It's a bit of a strange word. It has a silent H.
Well, if it's silent, why is it there?
Really good question that I don't really understand.
Cedric only knows American Terran, not British Terran.
As she comes into the innkeeper's cabinet, she's putting the dish down, and she said, "Dearie, it's silent, not invisible." And then she goes back.
That doesn't make any sense.
To be fair, in all honesty, Catalanized language is a bit more straightforward. Words are generally spelled how they sound.
I mean, it seems complicated, but maybe that's because I'm unfamiliar. Because like ale, it's got 3 letters, so that's easy to follow, right? Same for gin. Whiskey gets a bit weird, but yeah. And like I know cogs, and I know bits, and sovereign's a bit much, but I know it starts with the snake. So
To be fair, those are probably what you need the most.
yeah.
All right.
This is not going to be easy, is it?
No. Hang on. And she'll start like dip her hand in her glass of water and start tracing out letters in Terran to show him and like letting him trace over what she's tracing on the wooden table.
Okay.
So
After a little bit of that,
all you
comes
do
over
is
with
name.
some
like-
paper and puts it down for you with the pen, and so she's like, "This will help." And then she goes back to
Thank you.
typing.
I'll
That's
write
gotta get
his
the little
name.
rudder.
I'll write his name and then Lorna's name and then each person of our group, like so that he can see what they, and then next to it write the nicknames that I know he has for people. So
Awesome.
that he
If
can
nothing
kind of
else,
see.
now you have them for reference. So if you're a scene, you're like, "I know who that is."
Wait, all right, I got it.
So yeah, just that kind of stuff. It is a first grade reading lesson right now. But at
Oh,
least
poor
we are
guy.
in Terran now and not in Orin and totally confusing him.
It's like going from English to Russian. It's like, why are they in hieroglyphics? I'm so confused.
I mean, to be fair, part of my family's language could be symbols, and those are a bit easier, but also a bit more difficult to interpret.
That's a lot. My head hurts.
Mine did too when I was starting to learn them.
But you know what? I am determined to get there. It will probably take me a long time,
Oh,
but I'll
just
get there.
maybe don't have your friend hand in a different alphabet on accident.
Potatoes, taters. You know, it'll be fine.
Actually, that
Get
means the
there.
same exact thing. So there you go.
Wait, it does?
Potatoes, taters. And she writes out both of those words and then draws a potato, and it looks like a very lumpy rock.
Wait, I thought taters were the fried, crispy street foods.
And what are those made of?
I don't know. They're tasty.
They're made of potatoes.
Really? Well, mine's blown.
You realize there's a lot of things that are made of, like the stew that we often have. It's a good filler.
I think I found my favorite food. It's potatoes.
I hear you can mash them, even put them in stew.
I saw that.
Can you boil them?
I was gonna go for the whole. I was gonna go for the whole quote, and I was like, it's too much.
It's just right. Just
Anyone
right.
else want to wake up, or we're just gonna keep going, guys?
Bellmy's awake. Bellmy's downstairs.
He, like, trips and- trips in the-
Bellmy started to meditate and then realized, oh god, I gotta go.
Yeah, he's down the stairs. He'll greet you all. Good morning.
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 She'll pour him a glass of water and hand it over.
What's that you got there? The letter.
Oh, apparently Cedric went out on his own to go to a park and find some herbs of some form. He said the lady you talked to was very nice. I'm gonna take a wild guess and think it was the innkeeper, considering it was about 4 a.m. when he came down here.
All right.
Unless he randomly found another stranger at 4 a.m. to follow, which I think maybe he's figured out not to do that.
And then maybe gathering herbs is one of those a wordplay for something else. If he found another woman 4 a.m. But whatever. Leave it.
I really don't think Broody
nope.
is playing hide the bonnet.
And Lorna's just gonna bury her face in her glass of water.
Oh, was that? Oh, shut up now.
Were any of the others awake when you were up there? Or should we wake them?
I guess we should wait. Well, let him sleep, right? I mean, have we got anything to do today? We're going to get some supplies.
I mean, to be fair, Dodger sort of owes Lexi after she's messed with him a bit.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. However, I think I need to lull her into a false sense of security. False sense of safety.
Fair enough.
Get her to that point, and then spring it on her when she's least expecting it. If it's just a day after day, we take turns, then you know what's coming.
All right then. So,
But what I will do is attempt to wake either of them very nicely by bringing them a hot, steaming plate of foods and waft it towards the olfactory. Unless you're opposed?
no. No. Words are hard, guys. Words are hard right now.
Terran is hard.
Especially when you don't know what the words were supposed to be coming out of your mouth. Yeah. Why I clicked that. Lorna will just hand the letter over to Bellmy after she told him but she'll hand it over so that he can read it himself in case there's some hidden message to him in there.
The first letter of every sentence.
Yes.
No.
There's 3 sentences. They spell the. They spell hi. Yeah. I'll just stay there. I'm eating breakfast. Eating some
Alright.
porridge.
I'm a
Porridge is good, guys. Come on.
porridge is good. It's a good Scottish staple for breakfast. But I'm gonna grab a couple plates of food from the innkeep and thank you for bringing the paper and the thing. I'll appreciate it. It's really embarrassing, but
Don't be
can-
embarrassed. We all have to start somewhere.
yeah, fair. Anyway, I would like to get my friends who are still sleeping upstairs. They kind of need to get up soon, and I kind of want to bring them breakfast. Is that all right?
Well, it didn't stop you the day before.
That was
That's
me,
fair, I forgot.
technically.
Oh, so it wasn't me. All right,
Perf-
cool.
Proverbial you, not you.
Wait, there's
You,
difference?
you the collective.
That's a lot of big words, miss. But I'll take those plates to my friends.
All right.
And up the step I go,
Big step.
and I'll drop a plate off on the bedside table next to Cattell and do a little waft of the
Through
smell.
The
one little
blanket
hole.
comes. You'll see her nose poke out. And then the blanket goes above her eyes.
I'd eat it before it gets cold. Unless you like that.
Is it morning?
It is, unfortunately.
Okay. Just gonna reach out and just start eating.
Fair enough. And I'll leave into the next room where Lexi is at. Set the plate down on the bedside table and waft.
I smell bacon.
Yep.
You're the best. Papa. Thank you. Ooh,
You're
so
welcome.
good.
With the exception of the armory, we're all downstairs. Oh, real quick, and I'll open up the window, pull some bacon from my plate out of my pocket, and go, "Oi, so fluffers, where you at, mate?" And I'll
Have a
start
cat.
giving some bacon to
Sorry.
Sir Fluffers.
She's sleeping, and I'm not going to wake her up.
Fair enough. Don't. Just let her do her thing. But I'll start giving some bacon to Sir Fluffers. Go, all right, there you go. You've got your breakfast. Now go grab the day, or whatever the phrase is. And I'll close the window.
All right.
I'm stuffing my face.
All right.
Bacon.
When you're done, meet us downstairs. The rest of us are down there. I think Cedric left a note for us.
Okay. I'm eating quick.
And
The head down.
I'll head down the step.
Eventually, everybody meanders into the main space in some form or fashion, fed and ready to face the day. I'm just Cedric, you heading back after your four-way into the park.
Yes.
So by the time everybody, oh, go ahead.
No.
I was just reading your message.
Yeah,
Which
I was just going to say it
yeah,
out loud.
answered my question. Yeah, it answered my question. So I was like, oh, okay, I got my answer. So as you're gathered around and it's like kind of finishing things off and kind of plotting out, okay, what do you have knocked out for the day and preparations for it? You're going to do the ceremony this evening, correct? Or
Yeah, it was, I think
At
it was,
night.
yeah, late
yeah,
at night.
tonight, yeah. So just having just general discussions about those such things. Cedric comes back with a skip in his step.
Yeah. Not actually, but he looks.
I was about to say, because I would have some comments on that.
But he is stepping lightly. His eyes are twinkling.
Did you find what you're looking for?
I did.
What exactly were you looking for?
Yeah.
Herbs.
What kind?
All kinds. Anything that I could find in the city. That was a lovely park. And I discreetly took a few herbs. I think that it was more of a pruning that I did for each of the bushes, just to save the gardeners some work.
Well,
It
that's
wasn't
great.
illegal. It was just frowned upon. That's what I was told. It wasn't illegal.
It's not. What are they? So you gathered some weeds.
Yeah,
Why?
to use.
Well, some weeds can be used in medicine.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm aware, but more specifically, what kind did you gather? And what
Well-
are you gonna use them for?
I'm going to use them for some experiments.
What kind?
Well,
Can I help?
you may, if you would
Excellent.
like. I'm going to
So-
try and ingest them.
That
Can you ingest
My-
anything?
I can't right now, but I'm going to see what I can do.
well, couldn't you do that with something that we know is not possibly poisonous?
What is the
Just in
purpose?
case.
What,
Just in
They're
what's
only-
case.
These
What
are
are the-
only poisonous in large doses.
the purpose is poison, and you're going to test it on yourself.
No, potion.
Oh, potions. What are the
They're-
purposes of the potions?
One can cause me to mend. These were more when I was in my other body. But I will want to see if they work. If I can find a way to make them work for how I am now.
Okay, well that's
Well, if you could make potions, that'd be great. You know, I'm sure we'd all appreciate a store of.
No, they
Different.
will kill you.
I was kind of assuming that. So the healing I do kind of.
so you heal,
Almost
he
kills him.
kills. Okay.
Oh,
They can be
mm.
used as strong poison in anyone who is not.
That might be helpful with that thing we fight in the future. If we can figure some stuff out, maybe.
It
Could I-
maybe.
Could I dip a couple arrows in the poison? Would it stay?
I don't know. They
It's
are
actually an
usually
idea.
quite volatile, but you can try it.
Well, if it's volatile as it's striking an enemy, that's not a bad thing, precisely. Anyway, and I'm gonna look around and see if anyone's listening to this conversation because it just got weird real fast.
No, there's the two older gentlemen, but they're far enough away and they're engrossed in their game. And the innkeeper, she's doing her thing.
So, what do we need to do today?
What time is it?
It is 10:30.
Sure.
I want to go to the Ætherealms
Oh.
and
What to?
check that out. Otherwise,
Probably stop by the bigger building where the
mm,
older ones were, just to see.
yeah. And maybe I don't have anything I need to go get, so and that should take fairly quick. So maybe go to the story pub and see if we can find any information on where we're going. It's a long shot, but it seems to have more information than that of the university.
Sounds all right to me.
Does anyone need funds outside of the party fund to get supplies that you might need?
I was gonna go pick up blankets and a couple bedrolls and things like that. Is there anything else that we need to grab?
mean,
How
food
much would
stuff.
like a simple sword cost? I'd like to, practice on my own sometime, just like a plain old sword.
You can always borrow mine.
I'd like to have. I don't want to have to be asking you to borrow something.
I could find out for you.
Sure.
Do you want to come?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I mean, I would offer up mine, but I think Cinder gets jealous.
I don't think she'd much like me handling her
I
either,
don't think
given
so.
her disposition.
either,
So
yeah. Yeah.
Cedric, what are you planning on doing? Do you want to come with Cattell and I? Or do you have other shops you need to visit?
I can go. I was going to stop by and see the barrel again, maybe.
Wait, the strange barrel at the
I don't know
Magic
why, but I
shop.
really want to go for another pull.
What? For what?
It's a game.
It's just
it's
Oh,
really
the
fun.
yeah.
you pay
yeah,
you pay a certain amount and then you draw something out. They found something. What did you draw out last time?
Bellamy has it.
Oh, be careful with those. I've seen people lose everything.
did we look at that scroll exactly?
No,
You
you
have the
guys pulled
scroll.
it.
You
I
have
helped
it.
pay for it, and then you guys took it.
It's not
I was
on
like,
my character sheet for the record, but I think I do have it.
I know
I
I
think you
don't.
do as well. I think Bellamy has it.
I have it. I could have sworn I wrote that down when you guys did. What it
Hang on.
was.
I
It's
will
a
go find.
scroll that's supposed to enhance someone's expertise in a skill.
Oh, that's right.
Alright.
That's
But
right. Yeah.
It's an enhancing paper or scroll.
Enhance ability.
Enhance
Yeah, it's
ability.
enhance ability scroll. That was a while ago, okay, guys?
It's been a while.
Been a while.
I mean, you do you, mate, but it's
Just
stuff
be careful.
like Armory said, it's just as dangerous as like going to a card table. You could easily lose so much.
How
doing
much
stuff
was
like
it? What
It
was
was
it
10
again?
gold, I
10
think.
gold?
Or not gold, but whatever.
Guild.
Guild.
That's
Because I gave 5. I think I gave 5 guild, and Bellamy gave another 5.
That's a lot of gold.
Where was
for
this at?
guild.
Bellamy, do you remember where it was at?
Yeah, it was farther up north in the northern part of the city, if I recall correctly. Is it
I-
northwest, I want to say.
Maybe
I will.
maybe we'll go check it out.
We'll throw out. If you come across a Fletcher and you find something interesting, I wouldn't mind an arrow that might help some of you who struggle with climb out of areas. We are going towards into the swamp. Just gonna throw it out there.
I'll keep my eyes
Or
open.
anything else that is interesting. But chances are it'll be fairly expensive. Maybe get some ideas. Lexi, you did say about possibly building some of those arrows and working together to do that. So might be worth taking a look at what they have.
Okay. And then I guess we'll all meet at the Storybook Pub.
We can.
That's where you'll be?
Yeah.
Okay. Do that then. So it's Bellamy and me and who else is going?
Dodger,
shopping?
Nick? No?
I don't really need anything. And
Did you get armor for yourself? I can't recall.
I did.
Okay. I was like, I want to
got
make sure you have
armor when I
armor.
got all of the other.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
stuff. And I'm still working on a project, so I'm gonna stay at. I'm gonna go with these two, pointing at Lorna and Cattell. I'm gonna go with these two. That Lorna's teaching me my letters. So.
He's
uh,
been
I
really
can't-
doing great with Igni.
Yeah. There's a lot of words that twist my tongue, but I don't know how to read any of it. So
Speaking
Figured.
is good for that right now, so
That's
at least you can hear
that's-
conversations.
That's not entirely true. You learned a few new words today.
I mean, I did, or I learned that taters and potatoes are the same thing. Didn't know that. So learning lots.
All right. And we're off.
And
Okay.
we're off.
And we. Oh wait, Cedric, who are you going with?
I was going with you.
You okay? I couldn't remember.
Because he wants to try his hand at the barrel again.
I have an in-game.
Our
or no-
resident gamblers over here.
I have an out-of-game gambling problem in video games. So,
That's fair.
uh,
Kazakh in Star Wars games was always my curse.
We're
I
gonna
would
come
sit there
back
for
like
hours.
with no money. Sorry, guys. We lost
Please
everything.
don't.
Which is why you didn't actually get any money from Dodger until you come back and go, hey, I need things for things instead of I'm gonna go gamble it.
That's all right. I got money, guys. Let's go.
So we split.
We're off.
And you're off.
Ta-da.
While you're working on that, I was working on your scroll. Okay. All right. So if you're just going there to make a draw,
Well, we need to get a short sword.
short sword.
He said
It needs to be short.
it said it needs to be a short sword, if that makes a difference. Read your
Pay
chats.
attention to the chat, DM.
Oh my gosh, DM.
Wow. Okay, we are about to head into a highly dangerous jungle. You all want to piss him off now?
yeah, why are you guys getting up on Steve?
I
He's such a
would
good
really, really like my companion back. Thank you very much. I would like to point out I am not the one antagonizing the DM.
Hey, why don't
Well,
you just
I
get
would
rid of?
say a short sword typically would be 10 guild, but for you guys it's going to be 15 guild.
Aw.
Oh, you're so evil.
Nah, it was going to be 15 anyway. I'm just saying.
Mhm.
Short sword's more than a long sword?
A longsword's 20.
Oh, I read that wrong.
So I guess so wherever we can find that, will a short sword be
That's-
at this place that we're going to? I thought the place we're going to is
No,
more
no.
spell
You would pass by
magic
it though,
stuff.
so
Arcane
if you look
barrel.
at the map, there's where the arcane barrel is.
Okay. So
You could pick up
in that
a
vicinity,
short sword right there.
What about bedrolls, blankets, and pillows?
Same thing. That spot that I
That's
just
it
spot,
there.
That's
Okay. Okay.
that's the Merrimere Marsh Mercantile.
Oh my M.
The locals
okay.
call it the Triple M.
Okay. Triple M I can handle. The Muka Mir Moo is not gonna work for me. So okay, so the three of us will head that way first, and then we're gonna go deal with our gambling addictions that we got.
All right, before I forget, let me give Bellamy that transfer.
Bellamy will very awkwardly ask for money here.
I got you. Don't worry.
Can't-
We're good.
Thank you
Alright,
very
I got you.
kindly.
All right, the sword is now on your sheet. Are you proficient with those?
Not yet.
I don't think so. Yeah.
You've got 2 trainers. It's
Yeah, you've got trainers though, so yes, it's good. You can acquire with hard work. And
Okay, so
bloodshed.
we got the short sword. How much were the bedrolls and the blankets and the pillows?
Oh,
I was
that's
gonna
going to be.
I was gonna get 2 bedrolls because Bellamy and I were the only ones that wanted them, because we like to sleep in comfort. And then I was gonna
guild
get
total.
3 guild for that. Okay, and then I was going to do. Let's see, Cattell already has blanket and pillow, so I'll do 4 blankets and 4 pillows. Do you want anything, Cedric? At all?
There was something that I did want to talk to you about making. Perhaps when we have more time and cash.
Blankets, bedrolls, pillows, all together 5 guild.
That's all 5 guild. Is there any mosquito netting? I'm making a joke. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
I was
There
gonna say we're gonna be in
is?
Catel's cubbyhole, remember?
Right, but does the cubby hole close completely, or does it leave it opening?
nothing can get in unless I allow it to,
If she
or
puts
if
it
they
in.
make a strength check.
Excellent. Okay.
Does that mean air? Like, can you suffocate us?
Can I?
You are so dark.
You have to.
There's a lot
you
of
have to
air in
say
that
so,
space.
yeah. When you create it, for you, there's air in it. When you leave it, it ceases to exist. So they would just be kicked out before they were suffocated.
Mm,
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think this is a bag of holding situation.
Well, even then, you got to hold your breath for a bit.
Well, you have for a single occupant, it's about 10 minutes of air in that 4 foot by 4 foot cylinder, and then after that, then you have to hold your breath.
A net, mosquito netting would be 5 cogs.
How big is it?
One person.
One person.
Enough
gonna-
to cover a person.
Yeah, why not? I'll grab a couple of those just in case.
All right, so 2 would be a guild.
Okay. Flipping back and forth here. Okay, so that's a guild. So we got 2 netting. And then the rations that I said that we needed. We said it was 2 to 3 2 to 3 days there to the guy.
It's going to be
And I was
5 cogs for a day's wrap for one person, 1 day.
okay, 5 okay, so 5 cogs person per day, so let's do so 3 days there. We don't know how far out after we get to this guy at all, do we? I don't remember the professor going into that. Anyone remember that in their notes?
I don't think he did.
Okay.
He didn't know. The guy who we're going to meet, he knows where it is.
Okay.
Go forage and hunt.
Okay, so we got
That we can
25.
do.
That slows you down, too. So
Okay, what's the
if you could, between Lorna and then offset with some rat, you could probably keep up good pace and she could give you the good stuff because rations aren't the best. So sustenance. But Lorna can find the meats.
Meats.
Okay, so I'm going to
Wrestle an alligator.
do I'm gonna do 6 days worth of rations. So that'd be 2.5 guild once it converts times 6. Okay, so 13 guild for that. Okay. And then we can also supplement with hunting.
And foraging.
Exactly. Okay. All right, so we have food, we have bedding.
Swamp root stew.
Okay. All right, so we're fed. Everyone still has water skins and all that stuff, correct? On them. Okay.
I don't know. Check your sheets just in case.
I think, well, it depends. Yeah, if you took anything off from the...
That's what I was like. Just check just in case.
Okay. Okay, bad water skin. Everyone good?
Always drink the swamp
I see
water.
lore.
Apparently I don't, though I don't know why I wouldn't have one. I just was never given any of that, apparently.
Okay, so water skin. There you go.
Alright.
I know that Lorna has one because she said she had one before. So
I always just assumed I had one because, basic adventuring gear, but apparently not.
So I rounded up that the guild up because so that will cover that water skin, right?
Sure.
Okay.
They're not that.
Exactly. Okay, so water skins, food, blankets, pillows, bedrolls, short sword. Okay, so we're set there. Now we get to go gamble.
Responsibly.
Yes, of course.
All right. At the Ætherealms office, there's been no reply.
Nobody's replied.
Nobody has replied.
What else do I know? I mean, I assume she knows a lot of people, but specifically.
Remind me, how long does it take for an ethogram to get from one location to another, and then a response back on
It's
average.
dependent upon the distance to get there. But 24 hours is pretty much is commonplace to get it there. Then now if it's in a going to a city, it gets to the recipient much faster because then it just gets delivered, from that space. But if it's got to go to an outer place, which is in this example, could play a part of that, then because it's got to get to that destination. There's no either gram transfer, somebody has to actually physically get it there, and then they got to physically get it back and then transmit it again. So you're looking at just 2 days alone, just if that was a person there and back again, given that where you're at. So if you imagine like a wheel type thing, you're on this end, and where you're transmitting to is on the opposite end, almost.
Right. And
So
okay,
it's got to go a long ways to get there.
so one quick question before I do anything else. If I sent it to Anemos, but they were like somewhere else, would it get forwarded?
With who you're sending it to, yes.
Okay. And I
Because
would know
that's
that.
just that's proper etiquette. But
Right.
but that could be delayed too, depending upon where.
Right. Okay.
And you have no idea on that side where that's at. But
Yeah. Okay.
your logic tells you that's like this is not abnormal, but your heart is not accepting that. It's like I want it now. I want it now. I want it now.
Yes, she wanted it like as soon as she sent the message.
Yeah.
Okay. What about going over to the neighboring building for the stuff that's probably lost or was never sent? The 10-year.
Unfortunately, they have explored every possible.
At this point, there's
place
just
they
no
have
hope
it.
of finding anything.
Yeah, I mean
Okay.
that's they're like willing to keep trying if you want to push them for it, but you can buy their response. It's like
It's,
it's like needle in a haystack. Yes, Dodger.
While we were at the Ætherealms office, the first day that we were here, Lexi had helped me send a Ætherealm to Petra. Would they be able to tell me if it was marked as delivered or at least received in Petra?
Yes, it was successfully sent.
Okay.
but was it like successfully sent and received in the place, or was it accepted by the person?
It was successfully sent. Like the Petra station has received it, so it is in your message is in Petra. Whether or not it actually made it to the recipient yet, they don't know because they don't. It's not like a fax that sends back a confirmation sheet or anything.
Cool. That's all I need to know.
But it is in Petra. So.
All right. Well,
And you had it
follow along.
coded and stuff too, right? You were using like special words and stuff, so it would find its way to where it needs to go.
Well, if they're still alive.
Well, yeah,
Granddad's
but I mean,
old.
but there's nothing.
Granddad
about
is
the-
old, all right. He was old 10 years ago.
But there's
The
nothing in
streets
the
are
message.
hard.
There's nothing in the message that would cause it to get lost. It's intended to find its way to who it needs to get to, assuming they're there to get it.
Yeah. So,
And I guess
knowing
if
that.
there's nothing with the grams, then I guess we head over to the Storybook Pub.
Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna say here, let's take a break. When we get back, we will do the pub, and we'll also dig into the barrel.
Y'all and your gambling fixations.
Oh no!
All about those. It's all about those. Grab bags at the Hello Kitty store or whatever.
It could be confetti, or it could be an enchanted sword, or it could be.
Where you could.
I was
bring a
really
demon out.
fortunate to have a friend who would get those for me, but I would never spend them myself because I get heartbroken over the disappointment. I can't
The
handle
only
it.
ones I don't care about are at like concerts where it's the old concert tees. from however many back, those are the only ones I will go for. Because it's like, these are not in circulation. I want to see what I get.
I'm worried that it will
Fair.
curse this drawing, but I have absurdly good luck when it comes to like ravels.
I have
Yeah.
Said it!
I
You
You
never
really
said
shouldn't
it.
have.
You really shouldn't have.
Well, I feel confident enough in that I can say it and it won't change.
I'm really good at the jars where they
Oh.
put like the jelly beans or the M&Ms, like the bunch of little things.
Ah.
I win those all the time. Very good at those. But that's not what we're doing this time.
Right.
Nope.
No, straight chance.
All right,
Great chance.
so
Let's take it either
either
five.
5
Goodbye.
and we...
What are you smiling about?
Ooh. We're back.
Bill me.
Alrighty. Let's go gamble.
All right. So at the arcane barrel.
Alright, each of us get a pull.
No.
Each of us get a pull?
Each
No.
of us get... It's my money. Each of us get a pull, baby.
Let's go.
I'll only pull if it's your money. I'm not taking
Each-
money away from folk.
Each of us get a pull. I got us covered. Let's see if we're lucky.
Yes.
All right, who's going first?
You go first.
Lexi, why don't you take the first pull?
Okay, I'll go first.
All right.
Okay, so I just put my hand in. What does it do? What's
So
inside?
first you pay your money.
Yes, I got that covered. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm
Roll
gonna...
percentages.
Okay. Oop, my mouse went to sleep. Okay.
That's a good number.
I roll them again.
Roll them again?
Roll them again?
Reach in. And you pull out another scroll.
Okay. Can I read it?
Hmm?
Can I read it?
You sure can. I mean, you can look at it.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, if I could kind of get a feel of what it might be.
You gotta sit down and go through that like right now. I mean, it takes a minute.
Fine, I'll let them pull first, and then I want to know.
Okay. Who's next?
Who's next?
Tell me, why don't you go next?
Sure, why not?
Go, Bill,
It's-
go.
Nothing's gonna bite me when I put my hand in there, right?
No.
It feels tingly.
There's
No,
something
these
by
numbers
this-
are good. I'm all like,
You want the
Roll percentiles.
Is that that's another D100?
Yep. You reach in. Oh, and you pull out a bottle filled with is a transparent liquid with a looks to be silverish looking fingernail, like large fingernail floating in it.
All right.
with a
Uh,
fingernail?
Can I want to uncork it and give it a sniff. What is the smell of anything?
It smells a little like burns your nostrils a little bit, but not.
Like
pain.
formaldehyde?
All right.
foot fungus?
No, that foot fungus doesn't burn your nose.
All right.
At least
Maybe
I don't think it does. Anybody who's been around.
I don't know.
It'd be a rare spell component.
right. I'm sure. We can take a look at this later.
Okay.
I won't drink it. I don't want to drink this.
No,
Okay,
no,
Cedric.
I will go.
Cedric takes off his glove like before and goes in and grabs.
Cedric.
And I did remove the gold off my sheet.
Okay. Cedric,
For guild.
you feel a sharp stabbing pain just like shoot up like what others would consider nerves, but but he's kind of like up into your like pull your hand out. Until your next long rest, you suffer disadvantage on all rolls.
Low is bad? I thought low is good.
So you want to roll high? Ooh, I was close then.
I was intending to roll low.
I think
Oh.
it
That was
changes
that.
on the day. I think the table changes per the day.
So disadvantage on saving throws?
All rolls.
All rolls.
Cedric pulls his hand back out, and it's just not there. Like the mist. Mist is like spurting. He looks around, like puts his glove back on, but it's like
Oh, what'd you get?
A deflated glove.
yeah.
What happened? Did you get something?
No, I lost something.
Wait, now I think the sign on the barrel said, pay 10 gold, you get something. Yeah, you got nothing. I feel like you should be able to petition for another grab. You're just paid for nothing.
He didn't get anything.
Where's the proprietress?
This is in the foyer. It's not even in the main space. This is as you come in.
I feel like he didn't get anything. I had to pay somebody.
Did he?
It stole something. It stole his hand. That's not giving. That's taking.
And gave him wisdom.
What the wisdom? I don't.
Don't gamble.
That is, there is no wisdom in that.
That's a dirty trick.
That is
I think you should get another pull, or you should give him something, anything to take away.
I can give you a have a great day.
That's just terrible. I go, is there any fine print on here saying it could harm you?
No.
Look at her laughing. She's laughing. Laughing at us.
Cedric puts his arm in one of the pockets of his jacket and looks dejectedly at the floor as we head out.
Aww. Do you want to pull one more time? He's like, nope.
Looking down
So
at
he
the floor.
has gained knowledge.
Go.
Cedric has gained disappointment
Oh my
and
gosh. Alright. Okay, so
Cedric has gained
pretty
unhappiness.
impressive loot there. Yeah.
yeah,
potential.
okay. So I'm checking out my my scroll.
Here's the funny thing too. On this list, it's hard to get. Cap of water breathing is on there.
Oh, I'm going
Okay.
back.
A cup of what?
The cap of water
Of
breathing,
water
that we were
breathing.
talking about. What do I need to roll for that?
Hi. Hi twice.
Hi twice. Oh, can you like edge it and stuff?
Well, yeah, Edge is just you can always re-roll. Oh wait, no, Edge is a re-roll a d20, not percentiles.
Oh man, that sucks. Only a d20? You can't like tweak it to encompass everything for rerolls?
No.
Oh, you're no fun.
Look at like try to edge your way into like magic loot.
I want that water breathing thing.
It's
How much
it's
does
a
that
very specific.
cost, by the way? I don't think we ever got the cost of the cap of water breathing. Is
You
it that
can't get-
bad?
They don't sell it.
Oh, so but it's just a chance that I could pull it out of this barrel?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
Alright.
just to entice you to see if I get you to throw back some money back in there.
I just gave 30 gold and you hurt one of us. I mean, come on.
Surely these magical items are worth. I'm
Yeah,
sure they'll be worth.
I want to know what my scroll is, so I kind of open up, see if I can figure it out really quick, just to get an idea.
Yeah, I don't want to go through a whole magical identification thing on.
No,
some
just to
minor
see if I
items
can
here.
tell, because we could.
I'll tell you what
kinda
both of them
tell
are.
from.
So the scroll is to a cantrip of, I don't know, I have to go figure out what cantrip it is because that's all it said. It says scroll cantrip.
Okay.
That's on it. The potion is a potion of hill giant strength.
Nice.
Ooh. Excellent.
Which gives you a strength of 21 for 1 hour. Which got choked down that fingernail. So
Yep.
gotta get it down.
That's easy, knowing that I have hill giant strength for 12, right? Come on.
I mean, it's
His
like
throat
trying to
muscles
drink
are
the
like,
worm at the bottom of a tequila bottle.
No,
You know,
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
Never. No.
exactly.
No.
I'm the person you'd want to take on Fear Factor. I can get anything down.
Nope. Nope.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Nothing
okay.
done.
Not so bad. All right. I guess we're
More
gonna.
polls.
I still want to do another one, but now I'm scared.
We are trying to summon a spirit tonight. Could potentially go wrong.
Yeah, could you not risk everything of, what if you all end up with disadvantage? I'm just going to throw it out there.
Or something of the nature. Anyway, we're at the Storybook Pub looking for stuff, information.
Are we good? We're good?
I don't think we should.
Okay.
Test fate.
All right.
We'll head back to the Storybook Pub.
Heading back, Storybook Pub. The three of you get there and find a seat. Or what are you looking for?
Just any potential information on probably just the surrounding area so we kind of have a better idea of what we're getting into. Any information on said ruins, things like that. Maybe the aberration that's here, just to see if we can get a head start on any research on that thing.
Okay.
Specifically, Arbor Vitae and the Lignum Mortem, anything that they have on that, and also anything on the Titans, legends, histories, anything about that. And anything on bullywogs,
Oh, that's
which
right.
makes me think of a video game every time I say it.
Is that not sad? Because I think of Willy Wonka, the little Oompa Loompas. I don't
No.
know why.
Bullywogs are actually things you have to hunt in Borderlands. So
Is it?
every
I
time,
don't remember that.
yes,
Where at? Because I played that.
it's one of the things that you hunt for the professor, which is why I was been giggling for about 2 weeks now. Anytime they got said,
I
I
don't
was like,
remember them at all, but
there's some of the hairy monkey lion, I don't know, beasties. At least I
in
thought that's what
Borderlands
they were.
1 or 2?
No,
which one?
2 and 3.
Okay, so I haven't done 3 and 2. I was doing with a group of people, and we were just a slaughter fest. It was like words were meaningless. We just killed everything in our way. So it was just, I don't remember much of the story. It's just kill, kill, kill.
I'm trying to find it. I don't remember how exactly they're spelled, but it's something very similar to that.
Gotcha.
I can't remember.
I'm going to half-heartedly find a book that is, C. Jace Run.
Oh,
And like the super simple children's books.
All right, you give me an investigation check, a DC of 10, to find that.
We'll see how well this goes.
Yeah.
You've been rolling hot tonight, so let's try you.
Same for you. You don't have a DC 10. You're going for very more specific stuff. But go ahead and give me an investigation check. Lorna, you as well. What'd you get?
Natural 20.
yes!
It's a pop-up picture book and everything. So you open it up and like,
What? I
It
mean,
has,
like
the
I
little
said,
tabs
this
that
is
you can pull, and it
half-heartedly
makes people
looking for
move.
this.
I don't
Oh.
mind anything.
Investigation.
yeah, you could tell that investigation check.
Okay.
Cattell herself
I anti-Cattelled
doesn't find.
that.
Yeah, you anti-Cattelled your check.
I mean, it's not a 3.
All right, so here's some things that you find out. So, outside of just your standard like typical swamp threats and such that you would find in the area, there's enough on that. It's not like that was very difficult. I was more getting to like very specific stuff. General thing out there is just to watch out for the wildlife that's out there. You were able to find kind of a sketched out map of an area, kind of of Bullywug tribes and such. And you do note that you're not crossing through any of their territories, so there's no direct threat of them. You did find that Bullywugs they're a primitive race of frog-like humanoids. They're basically self-proclaimed lords of the swamp. That's not true.
Any tokens or gifts that might make them excited to be your friend?
Good question.
It's possible, like magic items may be able to have things with power because they're savage and self-destructive. They tend to tamper with things that are beyond their ability to control and tend to jeopardize the safety of others. They're almost like the bullies of the swamp type thing. It's like a bully things around. But like most bullies, if you punch them back in the face, they cry and run home. Are bullywugs.
So essentially, my research has made me feel better about the idea of defending or whatever, not feeling bad about it.
Yeah, they certainly don't come across as a very large threat. They do with numbers and such, obviously, but they don't come like usually like the references in the books and such is that they just send out, a little, party out there, goes out there, smacks more a little bit, and they go back to their territories. And that's also why I was drawing the conclusion of what the professor was saying for them to be outside their territories, because they tend to stay in their space, because in their space they're the big boss type thing. They get to they've already roughed everybody up and kind of stayed there. When they go outside of that, they tend to get smacked around by the bigger things, so they don't go out there. So it's curious that they did that. And that last encounter out there. And nothing on Arbor Vitae or the.
Okay. What about the Titans?
Outside is they're kind of a progenitor race to that pretty much past many ages past. Not much about them here. Maybe in a larger library with more academic type research and such in there, but
Anyone have any luck?
No.
I got a picture book.
Oh, that's cute.
It does all of these great things.
Oh, I haven't seen one of those in so long.
I don't think I've ever seen one.
They're fun.
Yeah.
She
New
like
to me.
pokes one of the things that are popping up. She's never seen anything like
Difference in
this.
ways.
Yeah. And if you pull this, see how the flames come out of the castle?
Oh.
And then I take it this is like the storm of the castle moment. I'm still figuring out the words, but I'm only like 2 pages into the book. So
It's pretty
not
good.
very big.
It even has like if you rub with a 20, if you run your finger across the word, it like speaks it.
Oh,
So you can rub the
Wow.
word, hear it, and recognize it.
That's quite clever. I think you definitely need to
Hold
get
on.
this book.
I'm gonna sit down next to him and like play with him.
you have fun with this for a second. I'm gonna see if I can buy the book.
It's like over there, dragon.
Oh, I was gonna say while they start messing with the book, I'm gonna get up and actually go see if I can pay for the book before.
Okay.
So like the
Okay,
minute
fair enough.
there's probably 5 or 6 minutes where you're playing with it. That's what Lorna's doing and
Fair
returning the books that had next to nothing helpful for us. back. Yeah, well, it was worth a try.
We'll call it 10 guild for the book.
Okay. Cleans me out almost. There
I
you
was
go.
about to say that is the
Just pick up the
someone
pennies
who's
on the
about to go
counter.
broke.
I have 12 guild, okay? And then some cogs and
Oh.
bits.
Oh,
I don't know why, but lately I've been playing some pretty poor characters. Like none of my characters have money. Except for my barbarian. Oddly enough, everybody keeps handing her cash.
well, you keep winning in fights.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay?
So yeah, I come
Wait,
I come
look,
back
you can
over.
make your own story using the words, and she'll the dragon ran, like going out of order. So when you learn the
That's
words, you can make your own story.
Oh, that's amazing. You know, I came here not expecting to like find anything. Like I to be honest, I came here so I could work on the project. Like I left for you in your space, but I've been working on Lexi's. I've got everyone else's delivered. Although I don't think Brody found his. So I might have to try that one again. But I've been working on making hers because I made Belmy is, and that's the one I delivered when you found me last night. But I was planning on working on that, but I don't know if I can. This is amazing.
It's fun. I enjoyed this myself, but I grew up on stories, so it's nostalgic for me.
Yeah. All the stories I had growing up were from, you know, the airshipmen coming into town and staying at the pubs and being loud and brawny all night. And so they had wild stories. But this is different.
Yeah. Less of a tall tale and more of a fairy tale.
I'm still trying to figure out the difference.
One's more fantastical and the other one is used to make somebody look good. At least that's my opinion of the two.
No, I think that tracks for sure. Yeah.
Did you take
Dragon.
these stories back to the little ones you would go on the streets with? Tell them the stories you heard?
I mean, if I ever make it back there, and if they're still around, there's you know, it's been 10 years.
They're all grown up
So-
now.
Yeah. If they're still on the streets or not in the, you know, the public houses and or pressed into service, it's usually what happens.
Mm.
So who knows? Maybe someone got up out of there, you know, well off and did something with their lives.
Like you.
I don't know if I'm there yet.
Journey is a
figuring
part of
it
the
out.
story. The journey is a part of the story.
That's fair. Yeah. I think I get it now.
Mm.
Well, this part of it.
I'm gonna look over at Lorna. What's she doing?
Side looks to be looking through just bebopping books, and while the clerk is kind of looks like they're packaging up the. Oh wait, no, you still have the book, so no, they're not.
Let's go back
She
to.
seems to be like sliding coins across the counter. I guess would be what she's doing at this point.
I guess we're just waiting now.
Yeah. And it just keeps poking at words, making sentences and stuff like that. Just
Dragon. Dragon.
Potato, potato.
If you
I
touch
mean,
this one, it says a different sentence.
Well, and he's trying to figure out if he like drags his finger across a word, that if it sounds like just sounds it out bisyllable, or if it's just you touch it at any part, it's just the word in its entirety. Like he's just messing around with it because that's amazing, and he's just having a ball.
Question?
I'm just letting. I grab that on our way back. But
Okay. All right.
I come
Well-
back to the table and hand Dodger the equivalent of a receipt for his book. I don't know.
Wait, you're doing what now?
I don't know. Hand you the equivalent of a receipt for your book. I don't know how this works.
It's a little silk bookmark.
Oh,
Yeah, there you
that
go.
means you own the book. It's
Wait,
yours.
what?
Everyone should have their first book.
I still have mine.
I don't,
Thank you.
but I wish I did.
Thank you. Thank you.
Keep practicing. Knowing that the three will be here for a while if they're playing with the barrel.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
And
I
she's
really
gonna
Okay.
start flipping through one book and then slide another one over to Cattell, and it is a book about horses. And then she's flipping through another one.
It's all like big-eyed and excited and starts looking through it. Trying to find her horse, specific breed.
Meanwhile, the others
It's
are.
funny because
we're heading back, so
when you're asking about that book, that's kind of what I was thinking the book would be, is just different horse breeds. Just something real basic. and
Yeah,
some
no,
quick
it
little
was
sketches out
full
and,
on.
yeah.
Like, she went up and said, "Do you have a book about horses?" And that's all she like. She knows horse, but not like Cattell does. Yeah, she couldn't think of anything else.
This
so
one is
that's what she did.
slender and runs really well in sand. This one is good for mountain terrain. They can even jump off cliffs. It's really nice.
And Lorna has one that has like gears and stuff on the outside of it, just embossed in the cover, and she's turning it upside down, trying to see how something works. Like every once in a while, and then sets it back down and starts flipping through it again.
Doctor
makes
looks
no
up and
sense.
goes, as you have it upside down, I'm like, I thought you know how to read.
I know how to read words, but this is, and she'll turn it around where it's like literally just like these random schematics of things that how they work. Like I don't even know how. Like
Or
imagine like the the tram thing that we rode into oh gosh, what city was that? My brain just froze.
Arbor Rock.
Caravel.
Oh, Terraville.
Terraville, yeah, it's like got the mechanics of like the basics, like physics and I don't know, engineering, whatever, science,
Yeah, and
words,
it's
math,
all blown
science,
out
crud,
where
the
every
deep
part
book
has a
stuff.
line with it identified,
kind of
and it's all
book.
like blown apart.
yeah,
Kind of
yeah.
deal. And
She's
Doctor's just like,
why?
Because it's awesome.
for Lexi.
Oh,
Couldn't really think of anything for Bellamy or for Cedric. I suppose I could
Yeah.
see if they have something about herbs. Hang on. She'll run up and see if there's any books on random herbs or sand. I'm just kidding.
Fruity and sand and a hot shot
Just
full.
saying.
glass and lightning, the sculpting
The different
thing.
consistencies of sand.
Yeah. Yeah. She'll go see if there's anything like herbs and stuff. Like she actually would probably find that fascinating anyway too. So, and then yell back at the other two. Well, it's for Cedric. I don't know if they have anything. I can see if they have anything on scorpions, but I don't think Ramil is actually a scorpion.
No, I think he's a spirit.
Do you have anything on spirits? She is literally shooting randomly, blindly. Like,
Yeah, you're starting to shoot a little more random now. That's
Yeah,
a little
no.
hard.
She's just like
I
clinging.
love that Connor in the chat put book on sand right as I
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Oh, do they have a book on sand castles? That would be brilliant.
Yes.
We could have our
Well,
own
there's-
sandcastle competition.
There's 12 different kinds of sand. I could talk your ear off about it. But,
But no, seriously, like,
Oh,
yeah,
goodness.
something on herbs, and then I guess I don't.
Herbs,
Something.
yes. Yeah, I think if I find an easy herbology book. Roll investigation.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
gonna. I'm gonna laugh if I roll a nat 20 on this one, and I didn't get anything on the last one.
This is
Oh, it was
ridiculous.
almost
so close.
Yeah,
It bounced back.
Ah,
it's a teaser roll.
Wow.
it was
No.
such a tease.
All right, so you
Actually-
do.
I'll find a book on swordplay, like the
Okay.
sword forms, like just
Yeah.
like like a little. I don't know if
Yeah.
you've ever been to like a training facility or anything like that for stage combat and stuff. A lot of times they give you a little packet that's like got all the positions and the sword forms and things like that are the simple ones. So something like that.
Okay. It sucks that I'm like sitting rapid as you're just rattling things off, trying
Sorry.
to come up with like.
I'm sorry.
Sigma
Yes.
sticks.
I-
Which
I'll-
spaghetti
if
sticks?
you want to give me something else, that's fine. But that's
No.
I
I'm just as you're
realized-
saying them, I'm making them up, and I'm adding like. Dodger's already got the book on his character sheet, so I got that taken care of. I'm just,
Oh,
I was
really?
like, yeah.
Sorry. Didn't plan on
Um,
this.
Yep.
There you
Sometimes stuff like this comes up just in RP. It
Right?
just
All the randomness.
We're creating a story.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Take that back, sir.
I will not. I'm being in character.
What do I find on? I guess
All
I
right.
assume I find a book on herbs and the.
Yeah, you find let's see, you find swordsmanship for beginners, which has basic forms, and you find hey, don't eat that, a book on herbology.
I love it so much.
Does it have pictures?
Yeah,
Awesome.
with little
Wait,
skulls next to
what
it.
what
like,
was
don't eat
what
that
was the sword one?
one. Swordsmanship for beginners. I'm gonna put it on your sheet so you'll have it.
I love it.
Maybe make a T-shirt that has like the books and their covers on it, and like
Right.
a fan. Storybook
Yes.
Pub.
What is Dodger's book's
This,
name?
I didn't. Hold on, I gotta rename it. I just gave it like a generic name. We're gonna call it.
And I want to know. I want to know all the books. You started giving them names, dude. Now I need names. I'm just saying.
Yep. You
All right,
did
I
this to
renamed
yourself,
Dodgers.
son.
Dodgers is called Fun with Words. Hey, don't eat that is the herbology book, and that's on your sheet, Lorna. I gave it to you. Swordsmanship
eat
for
that.
beginners. And tinkering for tinkerers.
Of course. It seems like it's a series. It's like tinkering for dummies, swordsmanship for dummies.
Yep.
Okay,
Oh, now I gotta do the horse.
the horse one.
Oh my goodness. If we find a tinkering for beginners, granted this would not be for Lexi, this would be like for anybody else. It has to be the IT10T guide to tinkering.
No fear tinkering.
No fear tinkering.
No fear tinkering.
Oh my gosh.
And just one of the art pieces in the back is just a person with no fingers on their hands anymore.
Nubs.
Just nubs. I'm just like, hey.
This is
nice
why you
meet
want to be careful.
Exactly. Like the first half of the book is nothing but safety.
It would have to be.
So true.
Are you still trying to get a name?
No, I got the name now because I have to put pictures with the books on there. Too.
Okay,
Oh
well,
my
just give us
gosh,
the name. We
okay,
can do
come
that
on.
later.
All right, Horsing Around by Hank Horseman.
Right. Horseman.
And Cattell has that book, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it on her sheet. Since she's got it.
Horsing around.
Horsing Around by Hank Horseman.
Okay. And then the other ones
Oh,
are
I love
on
it.
Lorna's sheet for you to give to whoever. Okay. Well, about that time that you're out with all your packages and whatnot, the others have rejoined you.
Yeah, we're loaded up. Do we pass by the inn on our way here? Okay, we're loaded up.
Not unless you want to.
We have pillows and blankets and bedrolls and.
Do you want to? I can carry that.
Yeah, sure, we can divide it up.
I'm just gonna take it and it disappears.
Okay. And I give a grappling arrow to Lorna, because I found that on our way back, and some beautiful silk rope to go along with it. Because it has
Immediately starts labeling with a certain way that she pulls some extra unwound bowstring, so the loose threads. She's gonna just take some, and if you look closely, you notice each of her arrows actually have a different number of wrappings on where she would draw it out so that she can tell which one she's reaching for. And so she immediately starts wrapping a certain amount onto that one and then putting it away. Also, you need to let me know how much I still owe GM.
Yeah,
Which is probably pretty much everything else I have. I'm
Pennies.
guessing.
probably much everything else you got.
I mean,
Don't
if
worry about it.
it's
I
not,
She whispers over to Dodger, "Can I borrow a cob?"
No, you're
you can borrow a sovereign. Like you got me my first book.
Sovereigns?
Yeah, I got some. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I mean. But anyway, and then I'm gonna start handing out the books. Since we're gonna be traveling, I thought, here. And she just like shoves books into people's hands.
You get a book, and you get a book.
You get a book.
And
you
she
get a
gets up,
book.
she gets up and goes to Cedric and just kind of like places it, like holds it out. Just
Cedric goes to reach for it, but it's his floppy hand, and he puts it away. And he
What?
takes it with the other one.
What happened?
we had a little incident, but
I'm okay.
He's okay.
I'm fine.
it's okay.
There is nothing wrong.
It's okay.
Your hand is missing.
No, it is right here. He takes it out, puts it back in.
Mate, I don't care who you are. That's not a hand.
He reached in and
It was one of those that what you get isn't always good sort of thing. Well,
how
There was nothing that said that it would take my hand.
out of curiosity, how long is it supposed to last?
Yeah.
So you're gonna be without a hand for a while?
Yes.
I mean, with Cedric, it probably will come back eventually. So there's that.
I mean, we have a few of these potions. The nectar one.
I cannot drink potions.
Well, I can't heal him.
How
I
are we
think we'll-
supposed to take care of you?
We'll have cause for concern if he doesn't grow that hand back tomorrow morning after a night's sleep. Then we start asking questions.
I got a scroll,
Oh, what does
Well, what
that
if I-
do?
and
Oh, wait.
Bellamy got a
I-
fingernail.
Can I just ask one question? If I, what would have happened if one of you had done it instead of him?
And lost your hand.
I didn't. I got a scroll.
Yeah, I don't like to entertain that kind of question because
Nope.
it kind of freaks me out.
So maybe we don't put our hands in magic barrels that give and take.
But I got a scroll.
And
And
I got a
could have
potion.
lost
And he
your
got a cool
hand.
potion with a fingernail in it.
DM, if they show us this potion, is that something that I would recognize, assuming that that's something my group would have utilized? Because I imagine that the people I was with, they would like have a stock of those. I wouldn't necessarily know like specifically, but maybe the
If
effect.
they have I don't know if they would have tacos. I would say you can roll an intelligence check. We'll just because, who knows? Fill in the blanks of the backstory with like, oh yeah, turns out she did.
Let's see, just a regular
Just a straight-
intelligence.
Yeah, just straight memory.
I keep doing these. I should probably pump some stuff into that. Nope.
I mean, EA Trans like, did I say specifically? It's like, no, not necessarily, but you did see some that had weird things in them, so it's like, okay, so, and they were beneficial.
He said he didn't want to put
There-
his hand in it again, so.
Well, that's probably a good idea considering he only has one left. And
Exactly, so.
Yeah.
all right.
We
Oh.
left after that.
What time
Give
is
me a-
it?
So
Late afternoon.
we have a new potion that we need to figure out what it does.
Oh, it's
And-
labeled. That was make it easier on you guys.
Oh, okay. I mean, that would make sense. Like,
I don't know
uh,
if I won or lost, but let's find out. Oh, it's poison.
All I know is that it has a freaking fingernail floating in it. That's all I focus on.
Amanda knows what it is. I'm just throwing that out there, and it's cool.
Yes.
Is it labeled as Hill Giant Strength or Titan Strength?
It's just we'll say Strength of the Hills. That's what it says.
Okay.
Over the hills. What was my cantrip then?
I'm gonna tell you here in just a second. Can you do do you know how to do type in the roll versus just clicking a button?
Who?
You know how to do that? You.
Me?
Yeah.
If you tell me what to type, I could do it.
All right, so type /
Mhm.
R
R
space
space
1D50.
1D50. And just hit enter.
Uh-huh. 29. Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, you can type it. It can roll any kind of a number if you put it in. You. Yeah. What was it again? 29.
It was 29.
I'm gonna roll a 1d1, guys.
It's a marble.
What did I get? What did I get?
Poison spray.
Ooh.
Excellent.
Scroll of poison spray.
Scroll of poison spray. Now, what does that do? Besides spray poison. Don't.
That's
like,
like pretty
what-
much
Against
what it
what?
does.
What does
That's
it
it.
do, like damage wise?
Like a D6 or something.
Yeah, what is
Yeah,
it?
it's like cantrip. It does. You stay your hand toward a creature. You can see within range, and which is 10 feet. You project and puff of noxious gas from your palm. Creatures must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d12 poison damage. Wow.
What is the
That
con
packs a
saving throw?
punch.
'Cause it's-
It would be.
It's your spell save, whoever's
Well, normally,
see.
but because it's a scroll, that sometimes is different. That's my only
Yeah.
question. But we can figure that out later when
Yeah, I'll
we
get that,
go to use
yeah.
it. But
Excellent.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, that does actually. Yeah, we'll play a part in that.
Way cool. Okay.
Oh, it was upcasted by a level 20 wizard. It's actually like.
Well, sometimes if it's not listed on the DC of an item, it's your
Yeah.
DC.
Yeah.
Which means if you just sit on this for like 5 more levels, it would be upcasted so much more.
Yeah, at 5th level it goes 2d12, 11th 3d12, and 17th 4d12.
So we did get some good along with the bad. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
I guess.
I'm trying to look at the bright side.
Yeah, but that's hang on, I think I heard the word. And he'll flip through his book and then press a button and it goes diminishing. Yeah, that was it.
What children's book is
What kind of book are you looking at?
There was an opportunity for a joke and I took it.
Amazing! Wow.
Wow.
I feel like he just touches parts of words to make new words. He's like, I can do compound words.
Yeah, he's got like he's
she-
got like his entire palm just on the page and is diminishing. Returns, that.
Okay,
All right.
I'm looking on the bright side. Let's move forward now.
All right then. So
So
What?
we do this tonight. Hey, right?
suppose so.
Yeah, guess we'll wait, right?
Well-
I don't have anything left to do today, apart from that.
We could go wait wherever it is that you're planning on doing this and make sure it stays empty. Or we can go have food. Either way.
I think if we were to camp out there, that might bring the attention of the local guards, and
Why?
that might not.
We're just a
well,
group of people sitting around reading books.
But if you stay too long, several hours, they start giving you weird looks.
Well, we
Just
Yeah.
you become suspicious.
well, we need to eat. Let's grab something to eat. Let's
I
It's
would think
because you stay out. We're planning to stay out until everybody's gone. They might be like, what? I don't know. The
City people are
probability
strange.
isn't. Well, people cause trouble in the city.
Yeah.
It doesn't
they-
travel elsewhere either. It's just
Well, they suspect that you're like scoping out a place to do something naughty.
Yeah.
Right,
Usually,
but
if
aren't
you're
the
staying
be
for,
guards
fair,
like,
we
here
saw
long-
haven't been that
bar.
great, though.
No.
I mean,
but-
no.
I think we're
but,
overthinking.
but if you're being obvious about it, then they have cause to be obvious about themselves.
Yeah.
When we've walked back late at night, is there like a lot of guard out in the city that we've seen, or is it pretty scarce?
Oh, you see him.
Like a lot, or is it pretty scarce?
It's light. not
Light,
scary.
okay.
Look light.
Okay,
right then. So,
so we eat.
yeah,
I
suppose.
would say Dodger and Cattell would note too, like when you were in the nicer neighborhoods, the guard presence was higher.
Oh yeah, that's to be expected.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Did we decide to do it in the park? Where do we decide?
Yeah.
Okay, we're
We
doing it
did
in the park.
decide to do it in the park. It's not
Okay.
quite in the posh area, but it's not necessarily in the sketchy area. It's
No.
somewhere in between.
It's by the.
So-
It's actually by the. Yeah, right there, where Bellamy just being.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that area, so it's nice. It's a nice area because that's where the university is, the council house is, but they're all closed, and so there's just nothing there. So it's just there's nobody there. There's just nothing going on. And you're not gonna. Nobody's gonna try. Well, maybe a master thief would try to break into those places, but no common thief's gonna be able to get into those buildings.
I say we eat, get a little rest, and then be ready for tonight.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
I mean, yeah, some of us, and Dodger just pointedly looks at Cedric, could maybe use a nap and refresh themselves and hopefully grow their
Hey,
hand back.
Cedric, could you do the thing that you did last night to make yourself? But could you do it early? It's about 4 hours.
How much time do we have until the park is clear? What time?
He said it
I
was,
was
what,
there.
late
Afternoon.
It's late
So
after.
It was
we
late
got-
afternoon.
So if we're doing this at like 10 o'clock at night, he has plenty of time probably.
Yeah.
If you want to give it a try, I mean, it's an option.
Just like reset yourself. I actually don't know what she's talking about.
It is where I go to reform myself.
Kind of turns into this mist.
It is...
Actually, Cedric, do you think you actually stay in the same place, or do you float somewhere? Did I notice that the night before? Like when he turns into the purple mist, he floated out the window, or
No, he just vanished.
he just vanished?
Just gone.
I mean,
almost like how Cattell does when she does her, like she just
Yeah.
without the cool little leaf effect thing which is just a little pizzazz that she throws in there.
He just
How she's
sort
just
of
gone and suddenly
disappears. And then he's back about 4 hours later.
Freaked me out the first time I saw it.
Oh. I guess I could see how that would be alarming.
Better to warn you. Lorna's like gathered everything up, made sure everybody has their books. Are we going back to the tavern or are we going somewhere else?
I mean, what kind of food are we in the mood for?
Do they have a lot of options around here?
I mean, there's been a few. There's been some local stuff. There's been some stuff for tourists and the like. So we've had some of the local stuff, and we've had stuff from the place we're staying. So we could maybe try something new. We've also had street food, which is always good. But we can have a look around, or I can ask some people and see what we find. Up to you guys.
I'm willing to do whatever.
I'll eat anything,
Oh,
so
just-
long as it's edible.
Why don't we just grab stuff on our way back? And that way, if Cedric wants to go smoky, he can.
Grab stuff.
I like
Go
that.
back.
He
Go
kind of
rest,
returns. We
and then
figured
just do
out he
tonight.
returns exactly, it seems like, to the place that he left. So I wouldn't want to do it out here in the open. Up to you, Cedric. Do you think that would fix you?
I do not know all of the properties of what my rest can do. I don't know if I like being where I go, but perhaps it will be okay.
What if you were hanging on to someone when you went? Do you think you'd stay? Even
I
though you
don't-
turned to smoke?
I don't know. I have not never done that I can remember. Held on to someone.
We could try it out.
It's always worth a shot.
I have a feeling by now we're getting glared at by everyone trying to read.
Maybe we should go.
I think that's a good idea.
Grab some food. Because we're in the square, so we can grab some food. And then head back so he can do what he needs to do. You're muted.
Sure.
What's that?
Can you not hear me?
Now we
Yeah,
can.
we can hear you.
And
Now again.
Oh, I wonder if it's because I wasn't talking for a while. It just like said we're gonna shut you off for a bit. I was still saying, Dodger.
Just before we leave, because Dodger's had a brilliant idea. He's gonna bring his book up to the counter just before we leave and go, "Hi, so this book is amazing because it's got all the stuff," and he'll press one of the words, dragon, and go, so it does this, but do you have a book that has like all of the words and what they mean, but do this? Dragon.
Unfortunately, no. Unfortunately, no, we do not. Maybe.
Are you looking for a speaking
Larger
dictionary?
Yes, he is.
I love it.
Thanks. Thanks for letting me know. And yeah, if it ever comes to town and I'm in town, I'd love to buy it. But thanks anyway. And he'll slightly dejectedly come back to the group, looking for his speaking dictionary.
It's a quest.
Say that one more time.
That's a quest.
Yep.
Quest. You
That,
shall find
that's
it.
that's his
somewhere.
next great quest. Is the
Somewhere.
speaking dictionary. Some enchanter somewhere is like, this is a brilliant idea, and all of the other enchanters are like, no, bro, this is stupid. It's like, no, somebody will
You'll
appreciate
see
it. And then
somebody's gonna want it.
exactly. And then we flash back to Dodger going, that would have been great. And come back to the rest of the group.
2 lives destined to come together.
Oh my goodness.
Right, so
Alright.
we're looking for food.
All right, so you get your food. You get back to the place. You eat. Any other? Is Cedric doing his thing?
Do you want someone to hold
I'm
your
just gonna
hand,
hold
or-
out. I'm just gonna hold out my arms so that Cedric can grab it if he wants to.
We're all watching Cedric.
Yeah, I know. Cedric's just like sitting there, like fidgeting with his jacket. His floppy hands are just like pushing into it. This is embarrassing.
As soon as he says that, I go to my book and I try to ignore him and go and thumb through my book. And I got
I'm gonna go back to my room and start working. Not start working, but continue working on the project I've been working on, and try not to get distracted by my book.
dragon, 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 dragon.
Dragon, bugbear, dragon, bugbear.
Just stay there
So who's
pulling
left
on
in the
my arm.
room? Is
Me.
it in the?
Catel's there and she's just kind of munching on her snacks, so she's like looked away, but also just like she wants to see.
Lorna
what's
is
Yeah.
going
not
on.
looking away. She's already seen this once, so she's just holding out her arms so that if he wants to, he can try it. If he doesn't, that's fine too. She's just. I could also keep track more carefully this time, but I'm pretty sure it was about 4 hours. I can mark it on a candle.
Is Bellamy
There's
still in the room?
clocks.
Yeah, he's.
Oh, there's clocks.
He's practicing sword motions.
We're all ducking out of the way.
Yeah.
Why
Uh,
else do you think Dodger left the room? He likes his head where it is.
He took the cat with him.
Yes, he did.
Cedric looks down at your arm, then up to you, and very, very gingerly grabs it with his one good hand. Then just stares at you for maybe a minute, looks around the room. Oh, this is probably the worst. His eyelights wink out, and he's like staring, or he's like not seeing straight for a while. If I could just remember something, maybe cold, and then he turns into mist.
I'm assuming not taking me with him.
Into the ethereal.
Just your arm.
Yeah, in the ethereal, he's just
Oh,
suspended
that
amongst
fits.
chains, staring straight ahead.
Well, you may not be able to remember it, but I sure will.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll just look at everyone else in the room. Well, I guess that answers that question.
Yeah, it's just. I wish I didn't make him so uncomfortable.
Actually, question, because when he turns into the mist or smoke or whatever, does that affect me at all?
No.
Asthma.
Cool. Perfect.
No, because there's not. It's more
I-
like folds in on itself as he vanishes. It doesn't.
Okay, I was just making sure because, like, we know if I touch him without everything covering
bad
him,
things
that
happen.
yeah. Well, guess we're waiting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just sit back on the bed, head tilted back. And I would like to see, because I haven't done it in a couple days, if I can reach out to Win, just to get a vibe feel for her.
that was a weird sound effect.
What?
I just realized I don't have Sirenscape up, and I was like, I don't know where that came from, but no,
I wasn't. Yeah, nothing's playing. So I was like, what's that sound? Give me a power check.
Okay.
That's something new.
How? What? Where? Is that?
Power.
Attributes. Power. Okay.
She's got the power, got the power.
Hey, I'm not horrible at that. That wasn't a great roll, but it wasn't bad.
Row, like the power.
It's more of a sensation than a spoken word. That you get the sense I'm coming.
Okay.
With your 18.
Just a small shake of her head. And then she's just going to sit there running her fingers just across the different marks on her arm, just watching, kind of like the absent-minded, like you do, almost like if you had, like if you have a scar or something like that, and you just kind of keep, running your finger across, it's like that, but there's nothing there necessarily, as she watches Belmy practicing his movements, just waiting for Cedric.
What do they mean?
Huh?
Your markings, what do they mean?
Which ones?
Well, there's a gold one and a green one, so I guess whichever one you're okay with talking about.
The gold ones are my people, Valtor. And the green are something I got while in the Fae. When I got them, I started having some of the abilities that I can use from the Spring Court, I suppose.
So it's like a link to your abilities, at least magically.
I guess. I sort of hope not, because then she'll hold up her hand. The gold's fading.
That's the one from your people. Given the circumstances, I guess it makes sense. Are you scared that they're fading?
They've never changed before. Ever since I earned them. Even when I was in the Spring Court.
You had to earn both sets?
Sort of. I knew what I had to do at home in order to earn marks, to earn a place. Everyone's is slightly different. But in the Feywild, not as much. Just, they sort of appear. I don't really understand it. I just know as more showed up and twining, I was able to do more things.
I'm gonna look over at Balmy. Have I ever noticed his tattoo with
It's
my?
on the palm of his left hand. You've probably seen it, but
I mean, she has a crazy perception.
Well, he doesn't go terribly out of his way to hide it. I mean, he doesn't showcase it either.
you've seen it for
But
sure.
You would have to literally be like, I will never look at you.
Does your tattoo mean anything, Balmy?
Sorry for eavesdropping. It's kind of similar to Lorna's golden tattoos. This is a symbol of my people. Kind of a somber subject for me. I'm excommunicated, kind of, not really welcome back home. It's all my folk have the same tattoos on their hands. It's just a, mark that you belong, all one family. But I'm not really welcome back, so I don't much like looking at it.
Is it linked? Sorry, go ahead.
Why don't you have it covered? I think that's what was intended of it. I don't know. The Fae are strange, but I think they saw something meant something where I was from, and they tried to not cover it necessarily, because if they had, they could have. Vines can cover everything, but intertwine and mimic it.
For myself, it's kind of a reminder of what I used to have, friends, family, place to call home. I've thought of trying to mark over it or something, but even though I'm not welcome back home, I still think fondly of the memories I had when I was around. So I couldn't bear to cover it up, I don't think.
Is it linked to what you can do magically, or is it just a mark?
It's not a sign of what I can do magically, but if you see other folk with the same tattoos, I would say they could probably do similar things as I could. My people all had, they were trained in certain abilities. These markings they don't show that I can perform certain magical feats, but most of my people are able to do the same thing as me. So they're not magical, but they are linked, I suppose, to, they sort of show off that I can do some things magically, but no, they're not magical in nature.
Much the same as mine, as far as the gold ones. My brothers, well, I don't know about my younger brother anymore, but my older really couldn't do anything magical.
And he still had the gold markings.
Different, but not on his hands as much. His more up on his shoulders and across his heart. My father's, it covers his back. Just depends. It's a link, a connection. Didn't really matter before. I can understand why it's a memory, a reminder. Belmy, I'm sorry.
Yeah, sometimes I wonder if it's not better if mine would fade away, but whether they stay or go, it's kind of a difficult thing to think about. Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's strange to look down and not see them as obvious as they were before.
How did you get yours? I mean, so it's a mark of your folk, but I mean, if they're fading away, that certainly is, well, it's a mark of something not so great, right? All right. I'd be worried if my tattoo started fading.
I don't know. I've never heard of it happening. They're put on you, just similar to any other markings, I suppose, with a bit of magic done to heal faster too much risk if everyone is received a mark and, well, an attack comes or something of the like, but you can choose where yours goes, and it hurts, but not. I've never heard of it fading. Even on the older people in our clan, it was there. It was part of who they were, even when they died.
Could it be because of what happened with them scattering and now being leaderless?
Oh, they're not leaderless. I mean, if my mother still lives, if the others, we're not a singular, we don't have a singular leader. There's a council. There's 3 usually at any given time. That's where the letter was wrong. Well, whoever was telling Kieran the information was wrong. My father wasn't the leader. He was a strong warrior and a good man. But he wasn't my mother. He wasn't the other leaders. They were no more for their wisdom necessarily than their battle strength all the time. Strategy, battle is more than just a strong arm. At least that's what my mother used to say. I don't know. All I know is I need to find out. And I don't know what that will mean for the others, Marks, and if they truly are a promise from the Fae, and if they are, what happens if I have to do something different?
You mean choose between the two?
Seems likely. I would hope I could find a way to balance, but I don't know. It's 2 different worlds.
Yeah. But they're both a part of who you are.
Maybe that's changing. Maybe I am turning into the fake creature that you all claim that you saw that day.
No.
Suppose we'll find out. If more of this starts turning gold, then maybe that will answer the question also. So she just gestures to her hair and kind of one of those dismissive, like not comfortable, not sure how to address any of this. Tell me if you ever want to go back. You got those of us who would go with you. And if not, I think you've kind of gotten stuck with another group. We could give you a fresh mark. Maybe on the other hand.
I'm still sporting welts and bruises from encounters we've had over the last couple of days, last couple of weeks. I suppose I found some new folk to hang out with, and y'all aren't so bad. So yeah, we'll see.
I don't know if I would say we're not so bad. Have you seen some of the idiotic things we do?
All the
Well,
time.
Regardless of what kind of
As smoke starts coming out. Something that Lexi's been.
That's why I'm like, I pipe in all the time.
Well, say what you want about us all. You know, we may be strange and we're all changing, but we've all stuck by each other. And as far as I'm concerned, that's all that counts. So I found myself blessed to be in y'all's company. So
well, at least we all know we can stick it out through basically dying. So there's a start.
I think Hey, next time, just leave me. I don't want any more meddling, right? If we die, maybe it's best if we stay dead. But we'll see.
What were we saying about staying dead? As Dodger walks in with like coffee and tea for anyone who wants it. I mean, we got to stay up all night, and he sets it down. But what's this we said about dying? Who's dying?
I'm
dying.
just musing.
sorry.
You know, we've gotten into so much trouble.
I have a terminal illness.
What?
Yeah, sorry. I wasn't going to say anything, but
You do realize he takes everything you say literally.
No,
She
that
just-
can't be right.
If Cattell is anywhere near Lorna, she's now like shoved Cattell to get her to stop.
I'm not dying.
Okay, good.
Why? What would you do if I were?
I'll be really sad. I've seen a lot of death in my life on the streets. It's never fun, especially people you connect with. If you've got a nickname from me, that means we're pals. And I've lost a lot of pals. I don't think I'm ready to lose anymore.
Me neither.
I'd make sure to put plenty of bugs on your tombstone if you did pass.
I don't know what you're talking about. Why would you
Yeah.
put bugs?
It's just something
mean-
about, I don't know.
I put a lot of raptor meat. You seem to really enjoy that.
I enjoy anything that's meat, especially if it's slow smoked with some cedar, barbecue sauce. We should
I'll
go
take up
home and find my father.
I wouldn't
I
mind.
think that might be going up to your, and he gestures confusedly at Lorna and Cattell. Your area.
I have a bit of a feeling that Cattell will be a bit more welcome than I will.
I don't know if that's true.
Well, if nothing else, at least Belmy will understand where we're coming from, and maybe between you and Cedric, you can all just poof us out if the worst comes.
Right.
Also, our homeland is sort of overrun with evil creatures, so there's that too.
I mean, at least Broody would be happy he'll get to go kill those kinds of things.
And
That
I
would be
think
fantastic.
there's something in his wheelhouse. I don't know.
Wynn's on our way back though, so maybe she'll know more.
Really?
Sort of. I think so. She says she's coming.
I'm assuming she
Well, not says.
knows.
Hopefully she'll know something.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I miss that little football.
She is not going to be happy while we're in the swamp. I don't think.
Well,
Maybe she will.
who knows? We might be done with the swamp by the time she finds us. It's a long way from. Well, that's assuming she was an Anemos. I don't know.
She's still a ways away. That much. I mean, I barely understood what she was saying. Not saying. More sense. But we'll see. I'm gonna look at the
Still.
clock. How long has it been?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could tell looking at Cedric's bed, like
Cedric's back. Time's passed.
Sorry, wait. Bellamy was gonna say something. Bellamy, say something. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna ask, your dad. You're talking about seeing your father. Is that Jethro? I've heard you mention that name a few times.
Jethro, I guess, was more of a surrogate father than anything. He sort of took me in after he had me brought into his office after one night while I was working at an inn. Seemed I impressed him, and he thought it would be fun to train me. But my father, he didn't live in Anemos, and I don't think the two have ever met.
All right. I was just curious.
My father would accept me back and any of my friends within a heartbeat. It's everyone else I knew from the past. I think Jethro would. It's the others. So, I don't know.
You know, something I've been thinking about. It's been 10 years. A lot can change in 10 years. People's opinions, people's lives, all that. It might be possible that whatever happened with your hometowns, maybe, and he looks directly at Cattell, maybe the people of your town might have changed their opinion because they realized that the things that they fretted about were little and not of the big painting, you know?
Well, one thing's for sure, they certainly know now what it's like to have me not there and stop those creatures from taking over in the first place. So, I don't know. Maybe it's possible that they would have preferred me staying and protecting them, but
Yeah, well, those who were supposed to protect them left. Wasn't your job. It was ours.
I think it's anyone's job to protect their home.
Well, I mean, at this point, the village isn't even there anymore. So, even if they are judgmental pricks, they're not there anymore.
No. And it's not really the villagers that I'm afraid of being shunned by. I wasn't ever friends with any of them, and I'm old enough and experienced enough to not care about the things they used to do. It's seeing the people who I cared about. But who knows? They might not even be in the city anymore.
Maybe, maybe not. Granddad used to say, I think it was Heine's site is 40-40. I think. I might have gotten that wrong.
Right now, what does that mean?
Well, it means that when you look back on something, that you have a bigger idea of what was actually going on at that time than you did when you were in that moment, right? Or at least that's how he explained it to me. I'm still trying to figure it out. But that was a phrase he used to say, or at least I think it was Heine's site was 40-40.
Are you sure that was the same?
I might be getting it wrong. It was numbers and it was a weird word, and that's the closest I could get it, to be honest.
Well, I'm sure there's wisdom hidden in there once you decipher it. Your granddad sounds like a smart guy.
Yeah. He raised me, so he was best.
He did a good job.
He did the best he could. But hey, it looks like Cedric's back.
Look at Cedric all big-eyed. So, hand, is it there?
How's it look?
Are you okay?
I can't tell if he's talking or not because he's muted.
When I left, I was holding on to Lorna's arm.
Mhm.
Um,
She's still sitting in the same basic, like I think she's shifted back to like rest her head against a wall, but that was about the most she did.
so I assume my hand's like grabbing air.
Yeah. If she's leaned back a little bit, it'd be where her shoulder was at.
Okay. So Cedric comes back. Oh,
Sorry. I didn't go with you.
no, I did. I did not expect you to.
How do you
Um,
feel?
Uh, well,
What about the both? Just wait, I only see one
Oh,
hand you're
Jaws
showing.
hands.
Is it both?
Jaws on.
Spirit fingers?
oh. Oh.
He does like the the little like finger pucket kind of things that you can do where you like make Kermit the Frog and whatever.
I can't tell if he's being funny or if he's actually puffing his energy into one hand and the other one flops down.
That is what I am doing, but it was entirely for humor.
Okay, then it's funny.
I was
Yes,
pretty sure he meant as a joke.
it was
It was
very good.
great.
I thought it was going to be a very good joke.
It was.
It was
Because
amazing. I just
you
wasn't-
expected my hand to be fully healed by the end of the rest, but I made it look like it wasn't. And then
See,
when I made
Cedric,
it go to my other
Cedric.
hand,
Cedric,
then you thought
it's less
Oh.
funny when you start explaining it.
No,
I actually
it's still
think it was
funny.
fu- I
is it,
think it's
is
funny.
it really less funny when you
But
No, it's
I
great.
think for him it's a special exception.
I agree with that.
It's like it's
the
great.
what she said. Yeah, it's what she said.
It's
And-
less
and-
funny but more endearing.
it's
If that
fair.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what if you did not understand the joke?
It did. It was
You know
great.
what, Cedric, if you want to explain a joke, then you go ahead and explain it.
I am just now starting to emulate humor, so
And I'm
forgive
enjoying it.
for over-explaining. I will not explain any more of my humor.
Unless someone asks you, then go ahead.
Okay.
All right. Well, at least we have Cedric back whole with both
Or
hands.
maybe not.
Go on,
I think I
mate.
need something a bit stronger before we do anything else.
I'm gonna just reach out towards Cedric.
He leans away.
Don't ask me to check to see if you're still there, because I will check.
I shove Cedric so that he falls off the bed. He's
He's
sitting
a-
right next to me.
He sort of like floats down.
Wait, that's interesting. If you float down, does that mean if you go from a high place, you'll fall slowly?
No,
No.
but I probably will not get hurt.
I don't know.
Oh, that reminds me. Before we do anything else, I don't know, but I have on Lorna's stuff that she has all of those. What are they called? Nectar of Harvests. Should we maybe divvy these up before? I think all of us technically have it, but I don't
I
know.
have it on my sheet.
I have 3, so I don't know why I have all 3.
It's three drop. You can drink it 3 times.
Oh, got
Yeah,
it.
3
Okay,
doses
never mind.
per vial.
Scratch that.
Right? Don't
We're
we, don't we all have one of the nectar?
I think we all have one now.
I think the only person who didn't get one was Cedric because we determined it would probably do more harm than good.
Yes, this
It's
is true.
just slosh around
Also,
in his boot.
does everyone else have something besides that to heal yourself? I know, Cedric, you have to do your own thing, but is there
Has
anything
not had
one
time.
that I could maybe carry in order if I need to get to you fast, or maybe Cattell, in case you're unconscious again.
I have not had time to experiment with
Got
what
it.
I have.
Well, when you do, maybe a couple of us can carry some of it with us as well, just in
Yeah.
case. And also, I have a potion that is going to heal someone if I can't get you. I don't know if somebody else needs it more.
I have a potion on me.
We all should have a potion on us, and you should have one on you as well.
I do have one on me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Everyone should have one, including you, is what I'm saying.
No, this is different from the Nectar of Harvest. I literally
no.
have a potion of healing.
I know, but I bought potions of healing for everybody in the past. That's why you got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm don't know if anybody's used it. This is me in character trying to ask, has anyone used it? 1, 2, is anyone more beneficial? She can literally go boom and heal herself, as opposed to if she can't get to one of you. So
I'm okay.
that's all I'm asking. It's more we're heading into something we don't know, so I want to clarify that we've divvied things up if anybody needs changes, is all I'm offering.
Gotcha. I've got the harvest thing, and I've got a healing potion. I've also got an anti-toxin, whatever that is.
Oh,
That's probably
could-
going to be useful in the swamp.
that could definitely be useful. We actually potentially could have got more of those. I wonder, Cedric, do you think we could make one out of some of the herbs and things that we might find out in the swamp? Something for to fight off toxins.
Not what I have.
No, I'm just saying it might be something to keep an eye out for.
I do not. It would need to have a recipe or time to experiment to make it so that it. Well, I would be wanting to follow what is the requirement for this antitoxin. If I were to...
It differs depending on the creature or whatever, but I might be able to help with that. I don't know. I
Wait,
think I have something.
so you're saying this is not a general cure-all?
Toxins are for poisons.
Yeah, that's only if you've been poisoned. If you drink what Cedric might be drinking and then you take that, it probably would offset it.
Or you would still die.
Or that.
It really depends on what it is that Cedric is drinking. If it's more necrotic than it is poison, then it wouldn't help.
And
Basically, if somebody gets bit by something or stung by something or something along those lines, and they look a bit green and I can't do anything for it, there's a good chance that might. I also have some ability that I might be able to help with it, but it's doesn't always work. Or if I'm too tired, I can't do it. So that might be handy to have around.
Well, I will certainly keep it handy and available.
All right.
Is it dark yet?
Yeah, I'm looking at the clock.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we're good because Cedric was gone for 4 hours and
Yeah, it's
Are we ready to go summon a spirit?
I think the better question is, Belmy, are you ready?
Well, I suppose I'm ready. I'm nervous. I'll just come out and say it. I'm very
Hey,
nervous.
it's the fluffers.
What if you I know it's a bit of a potential. We wouldn't mind hanging on to it, I'm sure, but what if you use that scroll that helped you enhance things?
The problems I'm gonna have are ones of debate, and if I've got a problem with the spirit, it's gonna be because we've got a disagreement, not because I'm not powerful enough.
Could
if
I
that
charm
makes
it?
sense.
Like a
I don't-
persuade it?
I'm not. Well, I've got to strike a bargain. I've got to make a deal. You know, it's gonna lend me some power.
I guess we're all
Probably.
asking, how can we help you?
Well, I'm not quite sure. mainly, you may have to pick me up if it decides to lash out. As far as negotiating and binding, I think that's something that's got to be me and me alone. There's not much you can do to help. If I shout and need help containing this thing, by all means, start firing arrows and swinging swords. But as far as the binding goes, I think it's just me. I don't think there's much you can do to help.
How far away do we need to be for this to work in your favor? Could one of us be standing near you?
You could, but I'd rather if you didn't. Kind of put you in harm's way.
Well, I just
also, you may not see things the same way. When folks bind a spirit, time works differently for them than it does for other folk. Kind of like when we were in the Fey realm, a minute for y'all might be an hour for me. So even if you're standing close by, things might happen too fast for you to react.
I was just thinking of maybe having my space open behind you, and if anything went bad, I could pull you in long enough for someone to distract the thing and reposition ourselves.
I think that'd be a right good idea. The spirits don't seem to inhabit your realm. It's sort of a off limits zone.
There's also the fact that I sort of need to be able to touch you if you need healing. I think. I thought there's one. That's not true. There's one way I can do it, but I can only do it once a day.
What if I opened my space behind Bellamy as he was doing his summoning and negotiation? I stand behind him. Lorna, you stay. Wait, can I have the space open and someone be inside?
I thought you had to
You
be
have to be
inside.
inside.
Have to be
Yeah,
inside.
you
Well,
have to be inside, or you can
okay.
spend essence and you can maintain it for a minute.
That's not going to help.
So then,
So you need to have your hole open with you in it, like at the door.
but I could be standing in the doorway. Lorna can be inside with me. I'll pull you in if I need to. She can heal you. The others can lure it away so we can find a better spot to attack from.
I think that could work. And again, I do appreciate y'all being close. Hopefully things go off without a hitch.
Right.
I'm really hoping things go successfully, but I think if in case things go south, that's a great idea.
It's gonna be okay.
All right, so
We
we
got
have
this.
team keep Belmy alive, team lure the creature away in case it
Oh.
attacks.
Maybe don't lure it too far away, like
Right,
into the actual
within the
city.
park
Just distract it.
Yeah.
long enough. But we're hoping for the best.
All right then.
If you still need some time to kind of set things up, I know you like to meditate in the morning. If you need to meditate beforehand, I might be able to recruit some street kids to kind of help keep the area vacant.
So long as
And
they
empty.
stay away.
Yeah, as long as they stay away, of course. But might help kind of keep the general public away if anyone wandered in late at night. I'd have to go out real quick and talk to some people. But if that's something you'd like me to do, I'm willing to do it.
Actually, I think that'd be excellent. It's probably going to take me some time to set the ceremony up, 10, 15, 20 minutes. So maybe if y'all run out, start talking to folk, keep the area clear. Yeah, I think that'd be great.
I'll,
All right.
I'll get started on it right now. And Dodger hops out the window and heads towards the shady part of town.
All right.
Shall we start heading to the park?
Yeah, I got to collect some things from my room, and I'll be ready to go.
All right, so you get the things that you need. You head to the or on your way to the park. Your roll percentiles.
Roll percentiles.
Mhm.
75.
75 children.
Your army.
Just an army of urchins just coming in and just forming a perimeter around the entire park. It'd be great.
More for the sacrifice.
minions!
More! Throw them into the fire.
All right, so you're heading to go get some street kids and such to kind of like rally the troops, so to speak, out there. And you hear as you're walking down one particular street there, you hear
Soldier. Run.
What? And do I see Cinder around, or do I just hear it?
just hear it. You see the street that you're on begin to stretch and elongate as you feel distance just kind of and space just kind of distort.
Oh no.
And then a red line seems to like start at a point and then almost as if like the view in front of you seems to get sliced in red and then start to part and tear
Nope, that's a left turn down an alley towards my friends. No, 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 no.
as you turn to bolt, it's the same alley, the same view in that direction. And as it parts, a figure steps out of this rift. And for a moment, behind this figure, you see what looks to be like a familiar background. It's Petra. And this figure steps through and it closes behind this cloaked figure who has in his hand a sword that looks very similar to yours. And when he pulls back his hood, you see
What?
Oh,
The fish.
I recognize him even. I've never seen him before.
It's a young version.
He looks like the typical, like,
My father owns that, actually.
right? He was
like,
platinum
my
blonde.
uncle owns that.
I'll say,
Well, now I finally found you, and we'll stop there.
Blood and ashes.
Oh.
Blood and ashes. Oh.
I've been searching
What?
for
How
you.
did
What?
And you
High
wonder
and
why.
low.
I almost said, "Do you
My-
want somebody to come with you?"
I
And
did
was like,
too.
"Nope, nope. We're gonna let people go do their thing."
I was too, and no one
And
goes
now I'm about to die. It's gonna be great.
Well, if
It's
it
gonna
made you
be a
feel any better, I was gonna
pile.
do it last week, but we were running late on time, so I pulled it.
I'm
That
just
was
gonna be a
good for you,
pile
for
of
the
blood and
two of you.
ashes. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be awesome.
Ah.
wow.
Look,
What's the
we're
student saying again?
bonding.
But that's what's up percentiles.
To see if he would pop out.
Ah.
So that's what the percentiles was from earlier as well, wasn't it?
Yep.
What were you doing to have to roll percentiles to draw someone to you? What was it? What?
How did he know he
I
was
have a
alive?
sword. That's
you sent
it.
You sent an ethergram. You sent an ethergram.
We've
Dude.
sent so many.
I only sent 2.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
If
think
you're watching your
collectively-
grandfather, I don't care what that sucker says. He's gonna. You don't think he's scuzzy? You don't think he's figured stuff out and how to figure code out?
It's either that or Granddad sold me.
Hey,
out
Belmy,
to
sorry,
save his own
you're
skin.
not getting your ritual off tonight. I don't think.
I'm sorry, bro. I was trying to
Alright.
help. I'm sorry.
One thing at a time. At least this didn't happen while we were trying to summon a spirit.
Oh my God, can you imagine?
I mean, to be fair, are you at least on the path we might take to the park?
I mean, probably.
Oh wait, you have the little radio thing.
I do have.
Oh, you
the
have the
talkie.
talkie chitty chatty.
I have the
Actually,
chitty chatty.
he is like way over here.
I can't see. Hang on, I gotta
Oh.
close.
Yeah,
it
I
up.
know. I gotta close all my stuff out.
Because he's in the bad part of town.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
because I'm in
yeah.
the shades.
He made it all the way over there in just a short amount of time. Well, he knows we're going to the park. Where's the park that we're going to?
Over
It's in the heart of
Oh,
town.
bloody
Yeah.
Yep.
dude, start
No, I
running.
mean, time,
Run
yeah,
fast.
time passed a little
Do
bit.
you
It's
think
not-
I
yeah, so
didn't
it's like-
try?
I didn't realize he was getting that far away.
I mean, I think even at this
Ah.
point, if he got that far, we'd be at the park.
Yeah, we're already up
Yeah,
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
would.
yeah. You're already getting
I'm
some.
just like, okay, Dodger, where are you? I hope. Now, I'm going to tell you all, just because like everything worked out last time doesn't mean Cattell is not still paranoid.
Same.
It's a
I mean,
part
that's
of like
fair.
it's a part of her story. So
Same. Especially after what just happened to Cattell and Lorna's home.
Yeah.
Hey.
yeah.
Wow.
So after a
So-
while, somebody's
I
gonna
don't know. Are
be
we on next
fancy.
week or is next
No.
week?
No,
the
next
No.
week is Easter.
We're off next
I
week.
will
Kids
be
are
on
off next week.
airplane.
Beach
I will
tour.
be on a
Two
plane.
weeks.
Sorry, guys.
That'll give you more time to prep.
Oh jeez.
I'm gonna be
Yay.
deprived of all of my D&D next week. It's gonna be nuts.
I know. I'm like, this is my only D&D this week, and then next week. No, next week we're playing, aren't we? On Friday.
No,
Easter
it's
week.
the 22nd. It's after.
Are we still live?
Yeah.
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 All right.
Right. Well, that's what I was trying to find out.
Sorry, guys.
Before we get-
Sorry,
yeah,
guys.
before we get
We're,
into-
we're
Sorry.
collectively
Yeah.
losing our minds.
Before we get in, before we get into like that, I just because
Next
I need
week is
to
the 22nd.
announce. I need to announce like what our next session is going to be. So, thank you for all of those who joined us and watched us at tonight's episode. Thanks to the cast here. Great session with a nice cliffhanger for 2 weeks. So,
Thanks
our
for the
next-
cliffhanger.
You got it.
Look,
We
we
love
already had
y'all.
enough. We had enough tension. We have enough of our backstories having issues right now, dude. You know, we're all kind of a little on edge, and then we get mocked for, being buddy system. Everyone, we are buddy system from now on.
I am saying, just for the players, I was going to do it with Cattell, even with him. I was actually going to have it happen. It just was late. I was like, oh, I'll push it off. And then I thought, well, is it going to happen tonight? And I was like, well, let's roll. Let's just see, because the window is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. I was like, eventually it's going to happen.
And the dice gods decided tonight was the night.
Yeah. So I don't want you guys, you paranoids, like every time you guys separate, that's going to happen. It's
But
actually gonna
every
happen.
time we do, it does.
It was
happen.
going to happen with Cattell and Dodger, but I just changed my mind. So I just don't want you to feel like I don't want you to feel penalized because you do stuff like this.
I full on thought. I was like, should I offer? Nah, he's good.
I
This
did
is
too. I was like, oh, I could go help him find some.
I mean, we don't all have to walk together to the park. We could,
I
He
mean,
does
and-
have the
and here's-
walkie-talkie, so
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, he
here's
has
the
the talkie
thing.
walkie.
I've
You
got
do.
the chitty chatty. I've got the
Yeah.
chitty chatty, and
Talkie-walkie.
if I don't show up, because I should already be there by the time you guys are at the park for at least like 10 minutes. If I don't show up,
Oh yeah, Cattell has
Oh, yeah.
Cattell has a timer on everybody.
She has implants in
Magical
tracks you, but
GPS
she can-
trackers in our
Yes.
skin. It's
It
fine.
tracks you, but it could also
Tiny-
kill you if she deems it so. It's like also
Tiny little black holes implanted in our brain.
Oh,
Slowly.
Alright.
But
eating
remember the
memories.
rule: location first.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, just so I can wrap up and close our session there. So, our next session will be on April 25th. Yes.
Yep.
At 5:30 Pacific, 6:30 Mountain, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. And until then, have a fantastic couple of weeks, and we'll look forward to seeing you all again down by the lakeside. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.